mistake, underestimating what you've taken on. I'm out of the cage, 'cause you opened the door. You're as innocent as gold. 'Cause if you're falling for me, just be one. 'Cause I don't think you're ready for it. I'm not the one to mess around. I don't think you're ready for it. Too many people done wrong. 'Cause I don't think you're ready for it. You best believe that time's up. I'm a murderer. Seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea, into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life dressed like another season. Not for them, just a time, dressed like another season. You came into my life dressed like another season. Not for them, just a time, dressed like another season. The seasons turn and change just like your mind. Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season.
Hold on. All right, we're getting this underway. Woo! All right, so I have with me our two casters for at least the first map, Nova and Pyro.
Hi. Hello, my boys. Welcome
Yep.
to the Soul League Xbox Finals pre-show.
Yeah.
How's everyone
Woo!
feeling today?
Spent the last 24 hours burning my brain getting this stuff ready for everyone. So, a little bit about the teams. I was told today
Ooh.
that, well, I was told, I found some info, that the NS team was made during the pandemic in 2020, but they decided to stop
Ooh.
playing and eventually came back. So now they're sitting
Aw.
here, back again, looking for a championship win. Starting off their trophy case, or including it. I don't know what kind of trophies they have. They didn't tell me that, so I don't know. But adding or starting their trophy case with a Soul League championship would be really, really nice. Calibrate is a super team of sorts. There are two conjoined rosters from that are not long conjoined, but they conjoined semi-recently. Three of the players, Javier, Tech, and one other person. Don't ask, I don't remember which tag it was. We're all a part of a team that actually played on PlayStation and moved to Xbox. Now we're playing on Xbox for a long time and joined with Shrimp
Insert
and a bunch of
Xbox
others.
Master Race joke here.
So now we're here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so rosters for tonight, we've got Elise's, I think, if I butchered the name, my bad. Passive, Huskers, Bleeder, and Easton for NS. Typically,
Woohoo.
Easton, very, very good in the frag department, but he plays hard breach, so little different, right?
Well,
Bleeder,
I
Be a
mean,
gunner.
some
very
hard
frag heavy
breachers
too, but
do
he plays
have a
flex
very
support, so
solid kit to
yeah,
use, so I mean,
that is
it's
fair.
very
Shooter's
viable to
gonna
see
shoot.
why he could be a fragger. I mean,
I was told between for Calibrate, SPSMG and Tech are co-IGLs. One is like a strat IGL, one's a more mid-round IGL. That's what I was told. That's about it though.
Mhm.
Um, SP plays hard breach, and Tech plays entry, so very different kind of spots to play to co-IGL. So that's somewhat good. Javiera, I'm gonna go with Javiera. Shrimp and Reese, soft support, flank watch, and entry in that order. I have seen a little bit of Shrimp. He's a very good flank watch. Calibrate, um, you'll see ours as a team's production team as predictions a little bit, but Calibrate seems like a lot of people's picks from what I've seen from other people that I've been told at least. Calibrate seemed like a more popular pick, but we'll see.
well, I
All
mean, you
right.
got to think of it from a logic standpoint. They're considered the powerhouse of this whole. They're considered the super team.
We
So
go
of
for the
course, people are
underdogs
gonna
here.
go with the big guy over here. They ain't gonna go
That
with
is
the
true. That is true.
underdog. But as always, sometimes the underdogs may come out on top. But we never know.
Um,
Mm.
all right. So let's take a look at our predictions and some other things like our maps and whatnot. So our maps, we've got Oregon, Bank, Chalet, Theme Park, and a Decider Skyscraper. Onslaught or NSR6 or whatever they be are defending Oregon, Bank, and Theme Park, and are attacking Chalet. Now, I know, um, sort of, kind of, Chalet is an interesting map. A lot of people would think it's a defender-sided map, but it's not. It's an attacker-sided map. Slightly, it's like 52% in a pro league and other leagues like that. It's around that 50 to 55% attacker win rate. With NS getting attack and defense on the other maps, what kind of thing do you see Calibrate trying to do on Chalet? There's a lot of strats you can do. Nova, how about you start?
Well, on defense, you have a lot of options. Like I've seen some of zombie holds on top floor that have been pretty interesting. When you're defending bar, you don't even need to run the mirror. So, say NS does ban the mirror on Chalet, bar could still be a pretty solid site because you would have that as zombie on top floor. You could also run a little bit of a castle hold on there as well. A lot of value on your roamers with the support of the castle barricades around the top floor, just making things difficult for the attack. Could definitely drain a lot of time on those holds.
Ira, what are you?
So in terms of Chalet, the way I think of it is, it's though it is in your eyes a attacker heavy map, it can very much swing both ways in a very quick scenario. You pick off one very early on, maybe someone running on their own, or whether it be in defense or in offense, and it could easily swing the game into one person's side. Because then you have to worry about a 4-on-5, which in general is always okay, yeah, that's a big issue. But in Chalet, where there's so much different angles you can hold, you don't know if there's going to be one guy sitting in that corner or one guy sitting over here watching an angle. You might need to run from a gunfight or back up, and there's someone already there watching you. So the reality of what I see from Chalet is that it's just going to be who gets the first kill and who is better at holding the angles.
Okay, I see that. I see that. All right, with Chalet, there's a lot of like pocket strats available. it tends to, like I said, lean attacker sided, but it can very quickly be a one pick, a very good angle, a hero type 2 3K, and just swing all the way to the other side and just swing momentum for the defense. Well, with certain bomb sites, especially like bar and like kitchen, if you can lock down your bar site and play it really well and play your bar site well, that's a win. You can win that site easily. You can win kitchen doing a similar way, just kind of a playing a more spread out kind of setup where it's like roam heavy or whatever. But like you can set it up to really be able to um, like win those two sites, and then all you have to do is try to win one of your tertiaries at one time. Like if you're gonna go upstairs your second bomb site or third bomb site, that's a good bomb site to run. Or if you want to play downstairs in wine garage, you can do that. If you can go like 3-3 or 4-2 in your defensive half, winning 4 rounds, it's a good half. If you can go 3-3, that's a good half. Anything better than 3-3 is a great half, in all honesty. So if you can get good solid rounds on the bomb sites you're supposed to win or you really want to win, then yes, you can progress further and you can be a defender side of the map. Um, there was a map for um, yeah, it was NS. They played Chalet. I don't know what the halves were, but it was like a 8-7 game. And the final round that they won, or at NS won to win the map 8-7, was an attack on the basement side. So maybe they feel really good, or maybe Calibrate saw that scoreline and they saw something they could take care of, or like take advantage of. Nova, what would
True. I mean, they.
or Pyro, you can go,
Mm, nah, you go.
but like
Me? I
Yeah.
could.
whoever wants to take
Okay.
it.
So an 8-7 on a map like Chalet, if you're the team that's confident on going to Chalet, I'm assuming in that game, the 8-7 game that we were talking about just a minute ago, both teams are confident, which would make sense as to why the game was so close. But max overtime game on a map like Chalet, where the attackers are strongly favored, you could easily take advantage of it if you have a VOD available or something. You could VOD review it, counter strat, learn their push, just counter it, and then win a round or two. If you take an early round advantage on defense, then you could run away on your attacking half and just close it out without overtime. Because NS was struggling on Chalet. That's why they had an 8-7 on it. So if Calibrate is able to take advantage in the early rounds and do something unexpected and just run away with a few rounds and then just keep on trading round for round, they'll eventually come out on top without the need for overtime. And I'm
Okay.
sure Calibrate feels confident on Chalet, or on Chalet due to the fact that NS had such a close game.
Okay. Pyro, do you have any more to add on Chalet?
Honestly, no. He kind of just took the words out of my mouth for the most part. I mean, it's
All
to me,
right.
it comes down to counter stratting as well. That's the main thing. Once you kind of figure out your opponent's strategy, how well do you adapt to that? Which you said one, I can't remember who you said, but one team's very much strategy based. So if you can work around their strategy, you can very well cripple them from the start.
I agree. I agree. So, how about we move on to Oregon? Oregon, in the current kind of meta, is a very, very close map. It's a 51 defense, 44. I think it's 51 in like PC top tier pro league. I think it's around a 51. Um, I did not when I was looking at like some of the playoff results. I don't remember seeing an Oregon, but like I said, it's a very 50-50 map. You as a defense want to win your primary two, and if you don't, then you're hoping you win a tertiary at some point. Or if you don't want to lose more than 2 or 3 rounds on defense. And for NS starting on defense, if they can win their two primary sites, then they go to a tertiary, and if they can win a tertiary, they're going to get a full rotation around the map, and that's your first half. You've almost won your first half just by the first 3 rounds. Pyro, what do you think about Oregon as a map for this game?
To add on to what you said, I mean, it's to me one of the most balanced maps. It's almost pretty cut and dry with most of the strategies you can find in Oregon. I mean, there's always going to be that one curveball strategy, but you can only run that so much before it's become predictable.
All
So,
right.
in in the end, because of how fair of a split Oregon is as a map, I don't know which team would truly come out on top.
Yeah, that's a very fair take. Nova, you have a take?
Oregon, it's very dry of a map. You do the same stuff every game. Can't really vary too much without taking a big risk. Because if you do lose one of your defensive rounds on, like, say, basement, because you do something risky, then you gotta go there again, then you win it the next round, you don't really fit the rotation because you're already down a round, and you aren't gonna be able to win that round back unless you go and win like a third site, like you win meeting or you win top four. Because I know teams vary between which site to go second after basement. Some teams don't even like basement. Like, say Mira is not available and Kate isn't either, then they just don't go basement. They just avoid it, which is fair. It's understandable why they would do that, but I think basement is the strongest site, if not second to meeting kitchen, just because some teams struggle with attacking meeting kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So if you throw like a curveball on attack or a curveball on defense and it works out for you, that's great, especially on one of those third sites. But if you throw a curveball on defense on basement or top floor, one of the sites you want to preferably win on your first try, and then you lose it, then it could go down there, and you could be down like at 4-2, and then you have to go on attack.
I
Maybe
agree.
even
I agree.
3-3. 3-3 seems more fair.
All right.
But
So, Creaky, I see you joined. Welcome in, Creaky. He is
Howdy.
one of our other casters and production team members. He was running a little late.
Hello.
Late,
Yeah, a little bit.
late boy. Um, well, so we just got through our chalet in our Oregon. I'm gonna add a little bit more
hmm
to Oregon. Do you have any thoughts about Oregon as a map and what it could mean for this game? NS is starting on defense for Oregon. They,
NS on flat, right?
yes,
mhm,
sir.
yes.
um, really just what Nova said. Um, Huge thing you want to see as far as how does the attack handle the defense? Obviously, the starting on the less favorable side is not always great, but sometimes it can be kind of nice just to get a feel for the map. We'll see how that works out. Um, should be an interesting map. Not a whole lot of curveballs. I suspect maybe we'll see something interesting coming out from the meeting site, or maybe a kitchen dining here or there. That'll be kind of interesting to see, but shouldn't be anything too crazy. But we'll see.
All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, so I'm gonna move on to Bank. Bank as a map,
Bank.
very defender sided, but at the same time, if you don't roam well and you don't properly play your defense, very easy for attackers to just bum rush site and just take it, or hit you right where you don't have a proper. Okay, say you're playing basement and you don't have someone holding the server stairs or holding server area or holding that type of angle. No one's watching it at some point. All of a sudden there can be a Zoff in sight pushing through vault and they're planting. You got to hold it really properly, or else you can lose sights very quickly. But at the same time, it's a very easy map to delay on because it's so big. So if you do properly roam with one or two people, you can just kind of take the round away in terms of time. You can literally get a 1-for-1 trade to be a 4v4 and it be less than a minute left than trying to push sight and having to get through sight with less utility than they started with and not being able to really go anywhere. So, Creaky, what do you think Bank will be in store? Like, what will we get in store for the Bank?
It's a very execute heavy map as far as, because for the most part you see the same thing. You want to clear the map out. You might see, server push most of the time if you're on that basement floor. It's about just executing, right? Can you execute that, get that plan off, right? And even on the top floor, again, very execute heavy. Can you execute? Can you coordinate correctly as a team? and do it correctly. Do your due diligence on defense. You see a lot of roaming. I suspect we'll probably see. If you don't see a Velk ban, we'll probably see Velk, but Intel heavy map on the defensive side. But we'll see when we get there as far as the bans and such. But
All right. So we'll move on to theme park. Theme park is a very, if it doesn't make sense, very, very defensive side of the map. Most of the sites
who's
are
got attack on theme park?
Calibrate has attack on
Oof.
theme park. Theme park is a very hard map to attack. It's a very rough map to attack. But it can be done. But you have to clear quickly. You got to be able to play vertical. You got to get, like, if say they have a bandit, or if you don't ban Cade out and Thatcher's ban, you got to get those Cades off the wall so you can get walls open, especially on like Throne. If you're trying to push Throne there and you don't have walls open, there are 2 doorways that you can walk through.
The 2, yep.
And a hatch. But if Cade's unbanned, they're gonna Cade the hatch. So you can't if you don't bring hard breach and you don't bring things to clear the wall, you're gonna end up losing. Very much a rough map to try.
On the defensive side of things too, there's a lot of flexibility. Like for example, if you're holding Throne, like you just said, there's 2 doorways. Really, you could, if you wanted to, you could run 2 anchors, 3 roamers. You can also kind of have a bonker and have 1 roamer, or you can just 2 roamers. You can do a lot of things with that in the setup. It's obviously depending on the bans. We'll see how that goes again, like I said, but a lot of flexibility on defense, not a whole lot on offense. You need to get walls open. You need to be very time efficient too. You need to be very efficient as far as the time you're droning, and you have to be very quick and fluid with that.
All right.
I would feel like a no ban would be pretty solid on theme park, just because then it makes the flank watch have to work just that much harder, like maybe more active on the drones, because you can't just throw an air jab on the door and then just forget about the angle until the guy pushes into it, hits it, and you gotta swing over. But if no one's just banned, then that roamer could just flank late round with like 30 seconds, 20 seconds left when the execute's going in. Like say yellow wall's open, there's a vigil just sitting inside of daycare. And then the double door and waiting rooms, Nomad off, the vigil can't really flank it unless he uses an impact on it. But if Nomad's banned, he could just walk right through, take vertical, kill the planter, win the round.
All right.
So I wouldn't be
Pyro,
shocked if Nomad was banned.
That's fair. Pyro, you got any thing to add to theme park?
I mean, y'all pretty much laid it out for the most part. Y'all read. I mean, I think everyone kind of knows how theme park is in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
It's one of those maps that often is very difficult to play on, but with, I guess, the more a team plays on it, the more experience they'll have to kind of work around it, because it is considered a defensive-heavy map for the most part, but there might be that one team that just practices on theme park nonstop, just so they're ready in the scenario they have
Some
to
underground
attack.
team. I'm waiting for the day theme park's ready.
I mean, you gotta think about it. Theme park is a difficult map to play on. It's one of the more difficult maps to play on in terms of attacking. If you can attack theme park, you should logically be able to attack any other map.
So,
not necessarily, but yeah.
Well, you get the idea that it should make it somewhat easier, because if you can formulate a way to get in there, it should be easier for some maps where the wall is much more easier to break down. And there's not as much options where it's like there's these walls you can take, but all of them are electrified or muted. It's
real quick.
just, I guess it's a good map, but
I think Chalet and theme park have a good carryover, but I think Bank is a different map, both in its entirety,
real quick
with the
for
windows and such.
before we move on to stats and stuff. We'll talk about stats in a minute, so this might be a little different. What is everyone's prediction for map 1 theme park? NS is starting on defense. What does everyone think map 1's going to be like? Score.
I think probably NS is gonna win it.
Okay.
I know Calibrate.
I'm gonna take Calibrate on it. Wait, who's is this first map we're playing? Or
Yes, first
this is the
map,
first
theme
map we're
park.
playing?
NS is
Yes.
starting on
Yep.
defense.
Let's,
So, Creaky, you're
say
going to say
Calibrate's gonna win it.
Calibrate's going to win? All right.
Yep.
Nova,
I think
you're
it's gonna go
taking
OT.
NS.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Pyro, you have
I'll
a
I'll
prediction?
take Calibrate on this one because they, in the roles that you mentioned earlier, if you are defined as a roam watch and you are considered a solid one, this will help a lot with the map. Because, like you said, you can limit the roaming with the nomad, but if they're already good at it, I don't think they'll really need that nomad. So they could possibly ban it and limit NS and not give them that nomad to stop the
Okay.
roam.
All right. Well, we'll leave Skyscraper if we get there to the last part. We'll do a little desk segment before that last map, so we'll talk about it then. All right. So NS's stats over the playoffs, and they're on the screen now. Easton had a 1.21 rating, 39 kills and 32 deaths. Very good over the playoffs. Now he did play 4 maps, and a lot of their players played more maps than the other team, so stats are going to look a little different, but they have lower ratings. But again, more maps, so more deaths. But Easton playing a more hard breach, more supportive role, getting 39 kills is very, very solid. Um, Everyone see the stats? Any comments on NS's stats?
Not
I'm
really.
just Easton's leading by 10 kills. It's 10 more kills in second place,
Mm-hmm.
and he's on hard support.
For me, I wouldn't really say the kills are the big thing. It's also the assists as well, because many just say, "Oh yeah, kills are the big deal," but just dropping the enemy just a little bit could be enough to take the win on a map.
Yeah. When you're
Just seeing
looking
the
at it,
assist rate on
Mm-hmm.
them,
I'm
they
a
have a pretty
pres.
solid assist rate.
yep. You
Is
look at
Easton
like
on that entry frag or what is he
people.
on?
He is on
He's on
hard
hard
breach.
support.
He plays
Really?
hard. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
With
One other thing I'm gonna point out too then is him leading in
Richie
deaths as
boy.
well. It's
yeah,
kind of interesting.
he does lead in deaths.
He must play it
He
aggressive, I
had a
guess.
really
That's why
rough map.
he's
He was playing hard breach and went 3-11. So he had a rough map.
yeah, that's tough.
So, but
He
with
definitely
assists
bounced
and
back though.
stuff, a lot of times clutches happen by someone having more health than the other team. A 1vx clutch, be it 1v2, both the guys are low with their like 1 or 2 bullets. It's easier to clutch that. So that leads into the assist rate. But they have a very
Mm-hmm.
high assist rate, like you pointed out, Pyro. All right, so we're gonna move on to Calibrate stats now. A lot lower kills, but they play less maps. But they do have a lot. A lot of them have higher ratings. Um,
Well, it's the
Yeah.
KD stuff is inflated, like you said, less deaths. It kind of
Less
inflates, but
deaths, less maps, but same thing with less kills. So it does balance out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But still, it is still impressive to say someone like Javiera or Tech dropping over a 2.0 rating. That's still a kind of impressive. But I do agree with you, Creaky, that some of it is slightly
I mean,
inflated.
that's a plus 10 rating if you know do it like that, which is impressive. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, it's impressive. Yeah.
Still, that is
Mm-hmm.
throughout all of playoffs, so still pretty good. Um, all right, well, that's the stats. We're
All
going
right.
to go into a quick intermission real quick, and we'll be back.
Bye. Get popcorn. It's a good snack.
Go get you your midnight snacks. You're gonna be in for the long road. Alright, everybody, and welcome back to
We're
the
back.
Soul League Xbox Finals.
Let's
We're about to
go.
get
To the
started. I
enthusiasm.
believe everyone is in the game. We are getting ready.
Casting time.
Getting right, it's casting time.
Alrighty. Theme park. I like this map. It's fun.
Who will come out on
Calibrate.
top and
They're
begin?
going in fair ban. Who are they gonna ban? Thatcher. I'm very
Normal.
surprised.
I mean, it could be a pretty basic ban. It could be that Thatcher. It could probably gonna be Thatcher Kate. I mean, let's face it.
It's very common for those bans to really come out.
Well, I mean,
And
they
on
both
this map,
bring
this
out
map hasn't
a
been
lot of
played
utility.
a lot
So
in comp. So yeah. Probably Cade
here's the
Val.
Thatcher pick. Could it
Maybe
be?
Cade Mira. I don't know. Initiation. It's a pretty good
Will
suit
it
for
be
Mira.
Nomad? What will it be? Maybe Jackal? Doubt it, but
It is Jack.
yeah, there's the lag kicking in and saying no. You won't see what it is. Now it's time for Cade.
Anyway.
Uh,
Thunderbird.
Oh. I'm gonna see Kate.
that's not expected. Alright.
Okay, alright. I mean, Thunderbird, pretty
I
solid
can see why.
operator.
I can see why.
Yeah. On a
Her
map like this, where you
abilities.
roam, you come back, and then you go back out, because of the Kona stations on the site, it could be very useful for the roamers, and to the
Yep.
Jaegers as well. Because this map is a lot of gunfights, early
That
aggression,
leaves
so...
Mira as a pretty solid choice if they want to take him.
Very true.
Alright.
Alright. Round one, we got an initiation hold from Onslaught and S. Do have the Mira, which would mean they are going to have a pretty tight hold on control room and cache.
Yep.
Or maybe they angle it towards the cafe hallway. See the mouse moving.
And let's see what they start to do. See how much intel they can get off of this too.
You do have the Mozzie Eminute for counter info
Yeah.
to deny the
You
attackers
gotta hope that
information.
Mozzie gets at least a few drones, because that could be very useful. Set him up in the right spot.
Would be very good if they were to get drones, but they're not needed. The
Yeah.
point of Mozzie is to just stop them from droning. You
Yeah,
just set it
that's
up on
amazing. Just
doors,
slow them down.
windows.
Surprised we didn't see throne room first, but it's not super surprising, but a bit, I guess.
I mean, Throne Room is pretty much considered an instant win for the most part on defense, so it makes sense.
But with Mira and play initiations, very, very solid. Seems like it is going to be a cafe-sided push, as most of the attackers are angled towards there. The drones are coming in that way as well. You could go below with the nitro cell here and maybe land kill or two.
Yeah,
They will
Vertical
have to
could
funnel
take him
through
out.
that one door. Push inside of those RTs. That is the Ion already making their way into the
That's
hallway.
Ion.
Mute's gonna go for a swing. Oh, and the Mozzie taking some
Ooh.
damage. Mute is able to find a kill just yet. Mozzie's gonna be retreating back. He's going towards throne. Seems like Caliber is
Oh,
aware.
free kill coming in here.
Nice shot from the Mute.
Did not
Will
do
be
their due
landing that
diligence
headshot
here.
onto Shrimp. That will be the sledge in, I think, as well. That's both set of nades off the board already. Ayana and Maverick. Two other sets of nades as well.
So
They
now-
got a lot of utility left, but it is also a 5v3. The defense are in favor here with a minute 30 left on the clock. Mute made its way all the way back towards saying he's just going to have to go through this setup that his team has put forth. He's going to make a rotate hold there into the floor, into cache. Backdoor is cancelled. He's just having a little bit of a struggle here to get back into the site.
Very smart play, by the way. Instantly getting away from Insanity. They have the advantage. Get back to site. Play their throw round out. Minute left. They get the wall open. Maverick trying to drone.
Now with the Mozzie and the Mute both on the low HP, is why Thunderbird Band probably came in. They knew that these defenders were going to take some damage and they didn't want them to heal.
Ooh, good pick out.
Government gets a
Ooh,
nice shot
pick.
there, right onto the Mozzie. Now with 40 seconds left to attack, he's going to have to try to funnel in here or
They
something.
do have 4 nades, and they do have 2 smokes. It could
Here's Ionic coming
definitely
in with the
put this
nade.
guy out.
Jaeger's on the board. It might have caught in that.
No.
Maverick throwing a nade behind the bar. And it
That's
does
one
land.
dead.
He gets the pick onto the site. It might be the
Thermite
only
can smoke the
attack
cross
he needs,
off,
but
which he
the smoke
does. He's
comes
gonna go
out.
for flame. Oh,
15 seconds
through the
remaining.
smoke.
Maverick a 1v3 with 10 seconds left in an unwinnable position. He's
Really
gonna have to go
missing
for
that guy.
frags here. He does find one. Will he be able to find any more?
Oof.
No. The mute behind. He's able to confirm his triple kill with that nice little flank. Very nice shot from him. A very good roam as well. He did make his way back onto the site. Make sure his team kept that man advantage as NF is able to take round number 1.
It's a good round.
Very
Yeah.
solid.
It starts with the
Edit.
defense.
Great job,
Headphones,
production.
headphones. Anyway, bunks, they aren't going hungry just yet. It seems like they will be avoiding
Attackers need to
outside
locate
for
and
a little
defuse as many
bit.
bombs as they can.
Uh,
Anyway, they are setting up the window facing towards the initiation area, or that side of the map. So, maybe they'll also put a rotate on the wall, have a little bit of extension with the castle there. Probably not, but would be pretty cool to see.
5 seconds left before insertion.
We got rotate.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb.
No,
and
I'm
we
defuse
get a
still
look
surprised
over
they
it and
haven't
see if
went
it
down
makes
Throne yet.
sense.
Guess they might be saving it for last, or they just might not like Throne whatsoever.
Okay, well, top floor mirror is very, very solid. See, on basement using mirror a little bit more difficult. And mirror is also a very
True.
powerful operator on the defense, so maybe that's why. That's my speculation.
I mean, that's our headcanon, and we'll just roll with it.
True. Anyway, Mozzie has a drone already. It's very good for him. Some valuable information. It will be the only information other than the default cameras for the defense.
Which, let's face it, those will go out in an instant, pretty much.
Yep. The 8 nades, though, from Calibrate. They have
Those
this last
user
round,
ADSs
but-
has some work in for them.
oh boy.
He's just
There
missing
goes
some of
the
the shots on the drone, but he is able to get in the end. Just looking for any more he could get from this mirror window. Very powerful position here. He doesn't want to die on this early, but he's ready to take a gunfight if he so chooses to. Drummer's still coming
And
out,
there
but
goes
the
the
Mute is able to
Yana.
get his entry frag yet again. That's 2 times in a row. And us have been able to take this entry engage,
there
and they
goes
have
the
taken a second
Pizza.
as well. The Mute getting a nice
Nice.
double there. Want to see what's going on over there, but the mirror's starting to push up. Rez might be able to make her presence known. They do swing this door. It does like the
I would
Thermite
give
is
that.
holding it, but Mirror does decide to go back. And very good rotation as they are up 2 people. It's still just
I
dangling
mean, at
around.
this rate, they might as
facing
well
the
just hold
attack.
it for time. Let them push them. Don't.
Yeah.
Well, they only have 2 drones left, so they don't have a lot of information into these last minute to go. Unless they had flame setups before they died, but
And
another
Mira
one
pushes
goes
up,
down.
and
Good
there
trade
goes
for the defense
Sledge.
too before.
I think they're about to go for a pinch. And there goes Mozzie.
Castle
Thermite
takes over
is
the
able to
Mira
trade
window.
back
Mira
out.
going for a little bit of a crossfire on this Thermite that's coming into the door. Oh,
And the mirror
potato
is
there for
up.
the Mira.
Dropped.
Let's see. And the mirror
Ooh,
window's
Castle does
out.
not potato.
What?
That kills the
Castle
Thermite.
just dropped him out.
1v2.
Yeah, it's
Where's
all
this
up to
Maverick at?
Maverick.
Will
I can see the
SP
Maverick.
be able to do this?
Castle still in the mirror window.
10
Great.
seconds left.
With any possible push with 10 seconds
10
left,
seconds left.
time slowly ticking down. The Maverick's gonna have to go
5
for it, but
seconds
he's on his throne. He's
Yep.
trying to get that
Diffuser's
last
down.
Maverick
minute
doesn't have the
information.
diffuser. He's gonna have to push it.
Going for a pistol out.
Operators, you are out.
2 seconds. 1, and he's
GG.
out.
Good round.
And
Time.
that's the time. That's a solid hold, if I'm gonna be honest. No major pushes, and each one stopped individually. Oh, they're finally choosing
hold.
armoring. Will they still pick mirror on this, or are they gonna switch it out? Seem to be a little bit hesitant.
That's great. Well, they couldn't really get a whole lot going there on the attack, but good hold. They changed the lineup a little bit this round. They
Defenders,
take
protect your bombs from being defused by
Lion,
attackers.
so we hoping to stop some of that aggression we see here on these.
Right? Are getting into round number 3. They are finally in the Armory and Throne. They do still have the Maz and Mute Jaeger combo that they have been running on every site so far. This time they do have an Ally and a Bandit, so no Mira, and also no Castle. I feel like the Castle and Mira have been working quite well, but I do understand why they wouldn't want to run a Mira on this site. Mira's not that useful on it, not as
True.
many
Captured
spots where
the
you could put
drone.
it.
They would also have to adjust for the fact that they want to shut down those walls. Sure, mute can help a lot, but they just can stop at the minute the mutants are out. Then
GT
the wall's going down.
He's beating up the ground.
Going
Yeah,
crazy.
he's trying to pass some time.
He is an anchor player. He's got to wait for the attack to push, and they're probably not going to push that wall until quite late in the round. They're probably going to go vertical, then go yellow, and then pick a wall of
Hey,
barrels
spectator,
for
can we see
maintenance.
see what the attack's doing?
And they're just having a little bit of a tea bag over there.
Eager's having a dance party over there with Bandit. They're going for a top down here from top
Pretty
Dragon
standard
side.
stuff.
Yep, Dragon cash control room type of push. Definitely gonna go for vertical to open up yellow wall, figure that stuff out. Reese does not have the LMG.
Seems like they're staying on the lookout for any roamers.
Yeah. See if they did have the Nomad here. Or Iona could be using their Iona drone right now to drone them out, but instead of using hot drones, they do spawn out a player. Just right there on the hatch. It will be the mutant. Tech is able to get that kill.
Refire,
Very nice shot
and
from
that's the
him.
kill.
Good work. Good teamwork.
This is their first round getting that entry pick. Will they be able to turn it
Ooh,
into
the
Be
drone's
the
gonna
momentum
drone that
they
Mozzie
need to take
soon.
this round.
Maybe not. Maybe the drone misses it. Ozzy's in bathroom waiting for this Finka. Do they know? Ooh, they will
They
find
do
out
know
though.
now.
I think they hear him, and I think they're ready. See who comes out on top for this gunfight.
They're gonna pinch the Iona and the Finka are gonna pinch this Mozzie out of.
Aaron's going up for the push. He's just right in the close corner on his right. Iona timing the push with the drone information as well. Oh,
What are you
Iona
shooting at?
must not have seen him.
And that's a
But
pre-fire.
it doesn't matter.
That's a
because
good-
he's
that's a
able
good
to
The
job.
kill
Mozzie's still out
the Mozzie.
regardless.
Now with less
They're
than
down,
a minute
they're up
left.
5-3 in terms.
Oh, Tech's also able
Make
to
that
find him.
5-2.
A very nice double from him onto this round as red. Jesus Christ, I struck. Anyway,
They got the
with
wall
40
open.
seconds left, the attack is
5v2,
in a
40
5v2.
seconds.
Yeah. Just up to the Jaeger and the Alibi, the two anchor players.
So at this
Defend for
point, they just
themselves
gotta
inside
pick
of the
one of them
site.
off and take the plant.
Both of them are holding split door, ready for the swing. The bounce happen. Eventually, the ADF catches something through that drone hole, but Tech doesn't even care. He gets his third. He's going for the fourth. The Alibi doing heavy damage onto the
And that's the
Ion.
round. Flawless at that.
Flawless round. Finally, they are able to win out an attack round, and it will be on the throne site.
Maybe this
I
is
did not
why
like
they
how
didn't
the
go
defense
throne.
there roamed. I felt like that Mute and that Mozzie were a little too disconnected.
Oh, they're bringing the mirror
But-
this time, but they're going back to initiation.
But I also did like the attack and how they cleared it. They knew where they were and they were able to pinch. They pinched both the Mute as well as the Mozzie flawlessly.
The roam clear was a lot
Especially-
better.
Especially that Mozzie,
Defenders,
you know,
protect
was
your
trapped
bombs
in
from being defused by attackers.
right there, and he had one bathroom. It was very well done.
Yep.
Here's the initiation coming up next. Right?
Seems
Initiation? Yep.
like throne might be the weakest site on this map, if I'm gonna be honest. For all 5 of them to be picked off pretty early on due to their roaming.
Yep. They do have a vigil this time. This is something we didn't see on the round prior, or any of
True.
these rounds, actually, especially on the site that we are on now, the initiation. They do go back to the mirror in the castle,
10 seconds to
and the
go.
mute. They drop the Mozzie down, or the vigil. I don't know
Vigil.
how this pick is going to work out. I'm assuming vigil's going to be a deep roamer. Delaying
Most likely.
the time using his gadget. That does stop him from being spotted by drones. So maybe he
But
will
the
just
attack
fight
has
the...
been pretty good at clearing roam, so who knows? Maybe this pick is a waste, maybe it...
I don't think it is. That last round, they stepped up their roam clear. The other two, the mute was just going ham on them.
True.
They were not droning enough for him. If they
I
were,
think
then
they're
they were
starting out
losing
the
their
round the
gunfight.
exact same as the last one, it's not really droning. But it is.
They're going above. They're droning out. Taking over time with this. They know they have it. They're just emptying some of his ammo into that window. Make sure no one is pushing up. Drone work coming out. It does get destroyed by the mute. You're gonna have to find a way to deal with him before they figure out anything else on this round. He is able to
And
find
that's
an
the
easy
early pick.
onto the Maverick, and he is rotating back. He doesn't want to get refragged here, but Tech is pushing up.
It might be.
Mute doesn't spot Tech.
And that's
Tech
a
spots him,
refrag.
and that's a mute downed.
Oh, just straight
Not out
down.
yet, and the Tech gets Vigil as well. A double
There's
from
Vigil.
him. The opening
And
picks, getting
there's
traded
Mute.
back.
That's a double. Seems like they have stepped up their roam clear for this round. Maybe if they keep this up, they will take more.
He's going to open up that wall. He's trying to bait out the bandit that isn't there, but he doesn't know that. Now he is finally starting to open up that wall, and it does get open. The nitro cell does get tossed, and it's
that's
not
the
gonna
nitro?
land onto any of the
Not
attackers.
anything of value.
He's just able to clear that drone. He's gonna go for a swing on this breach, but the thermite's holding the angle. Easton does a little bit of
Some
chip
damage.
damage onto the thermite, but
Yeah.
not enough to be fatal. Now with the
I don't really
little
see
bit
the need
over a
for
minute
them
left.
to keep peeking or swinging. They just need a hold. Just wait it
They're
out.
they are a man down, so they might have to do something to even out the odds, but eventually someone's gonna have to go for a plant, and
Someone's gonna fold.
Ooh, Jaeger's in a very
Yes,
important
he does.
position here. Because that cross is smoked. Ooh, no.
ooh, the sludge gets lit
And
up.
Jaeger's
Doesn't
out
even
with the
matter, it's easily
frag.
eliminated.
Bomb located by
Mira made a
attackers.
push out of sight, and they are able to get the kill onto the sludge.
There's
Did with the
pick.
Jaeger
does not
quickly.
know.
Will they swing this
Mira
back?
also gets it down onto the
That's a
thermite.
down.
Finka is going for a swing.
That's a
Finka is able to
down.
find the kill. The Finka boost comes out to res the thermite. Now
It's
your castle
3-1.
is left in the
That's it.
1v3.
And
Three is able
Castle's
to find
down. The
head.
attack takes the round. It's 2-2. This game's turning out to be a little more even than what we thought.
Rounds
Yeah,
is all you
I
really need
predicted
from
it
the
to go to
attack.
overtime, so
True.
good for me.
2 rounds is all you really need on the attack, so the attack could be happy if they lose
Interesting. They
these next 2
stick
rounds.
the initiation instead of going through their rotation.
Means they
Think about
must know what they did wrong this time. They are bringing the Wamai, which
They are
means they
bringing-
Attackers need to locate
are
and defuse
believing that the
bombs.
nades were the problem. Which, I mean, the nade did get a kill
Personally-
on the Jaeger, but I don't think that was the problem. I think it was how the roamers were dealt with by tech so early on after the meat was able to find the kill onto the Maverick.
Attackers have discovered the location
Yeah,
of the
But
bomb.
they
that's
are
what I'd
able to
say
fix
as
that
well.
out. Then should be a very solid round. Should be a little bit more of a repeat from round 1. Probably not where the meat's able to find 2 and just rotate back to site, but maybe
10 seconds remaining.
one of the roamers finding 1 and just surviving for a little bit longer than they did
5 seconds to go.
on round 4. But they are
Attackers
doing the
heading
same
out to
setup with
defuse
the
bomb.
castle and the Mira.
They're able to keep all 10 drones. That's nice.
I mean, it slowed them down. The only thing that they would really need to do is just kind of watch with the roam a little bit, because that's what got them last time to drop the advantage on the start.
It seems like these rounds have been decided so far on this roam. If it does successful, they win. If it's not successful, it seems to be that they lose.
Yep.
I would like to see a little less of
For
roam
drone
until you die.
information pulling out. The Iona drone droning out, but the Jaeger gets the
And
kill
that's
on
an early
Reese. That's
pick.
the opening pick. The way of NS. Some more drones getting dealt with as well. It doesn't seem like Reese had anyone supporting with him that
What was
close.
that?
The sudge shot from the hatch,
And
but
that's
the Jaeger's
not a
able to find
smart
the
drop
kill.
down the
A little
hatch.
pre-fire through the wall to find
Oh!
the hatch, but Reese able to finish it out.
They
Jaeger
are
going for a
already
thing onto
down
the cafe
2-5
door.
early
The Thermite
on.
walking
Maybe
in.
one-
Thermite
maybe
taking some
1-5.
damage. Jaeger going in for a pre-fire. Here, the Thermite just taking a temper against the line. Defense getting a little bit aggressive here as they are in the 5v2. They do get a heavy swing onto that Thermite, but the Thermite did
And the
really help
Jaeger's
that Thermite
out.
against the
Thermite.
Jaeger. Thermite does spot the mute, and he is able to find the kill.
Thermite takes the
Thermite
pick.
and
It's now a little
Maverick.
more even.
Oh,
They do find a kill on
Oh,
Fulmai,
back
evening
down
out
to
the
2
odds,
versus
back to
2.
on 2.
That aggression costing them.
Wow.
Oh,
And it's
2-on-1.
down to a
Maverick able to find the kill
2-on-1.
on East and swing
Will
from the
those
mirror
early
window.
picks cost them this round?
Aggression is not needed, but they had all of it. They were confident. They were too confident.
Yeah.
I thought they were playing this. A minute left. He's just gonna draw. Ooh.
Castle's going for a swing. He
Ooh,
is
it's
able to find
down
a
to a
kill. The Maverick
one-on-one.
does jump back into sight right now. A little
Thermite
scared.
with the
to go back
disadvantage
on
of
his
health,
drone.
but... Ooh,
Oh, he doesn't know that.
on
He thinks
top.
he's still outside of sight. He doesn't know.
No,
He's gotta
I'm
clear
sure
this
he.
all
I'm
out.
sure he thinks he's back in sight. That's why he smoked the mirror window.
Oh.
I think he does.
I guess not. He's checking for it. Go on my desk.
Hey, this
Ooh.
mirror window might be the end-all be-all. If this castle utilizes it, huh?
This time is slowly ticking down. The Thermite's eventually gonna have to play. Just
And
jump
that's
into
the
sight.
push,
He is able to
and
find the
Thermite
kill.
takes the win, the comeback.
Oh, that was a back and forth round. It should have been as easy and done.
It should have
over
been a
instantly.
solid round for
2v5,
defense.
but they won, so it doesn't matter. Who cares?
I
But
mean, yeah.
that aggression is very costing. Hopefully they kind of
I
clean
think
that
that
up a
might...
little bit.
Yeah. Back to initiation, wow.
Try for the
That's a
Third
huge.
time.
That's a huge thing. That's a costly round there that should have been theirs. I mean, this is a defender
True.
map, and you just choked out an important round. You win that round, you could go 4-2.
Defenders,
But
protect
now the
your
best you
bombs
can do is
from being defused
3-3,
by
which is
attackers.
not great on a defender-based map like this. Not terrible, but not great. Not what you're hoping for. And if you lose this round, then things look really bad for you. But
Okay, they went with their last round pick for the most part. The Jaeger, my, Mute.
I mean, it worked out for him. I think one thing too, I'm going to point out for the attacking side is that inconsistent drone work. We saw him, the one guy just dropping the hatch with no intel.
Yeah, that was not
I'm gonna
smart on his part.
presume the other person also died because of inconsistent drone work. It's not even just losing
Yeah.
gunfights, it's just throwing your bodies.
5
and you
seconds.
don't
Lack
know
of
where they are.
intel.
Attackers must locate and
I
defuse
mean,
the
hey,
bomb.
we'll see if their aggression from last round is toned back a little after that very, very costly push.
I think overall NS is playing smarter, but I think Calibrate has been winning their gunfights very, very well. But I also,
Yep.
I don't know, NS is playing aggressive, period. There's no stop and
Yeah.
go with it. It's straight aggression, which has worked sometimes and has failed others.
Yep. I mean, you gotta give it. Calibrate takes a very slow, methodical push to the point where it might be causing NS to play aggressive, but the reality of it is they don't really need to. I mean, they just need to just hold it and wait. Let 'em come.
Now the attack going in for their 6th consecutive cafe push. Or I believe every round.
And
Here
that's
they
the early
have
pick.
Ooh, cafe.
2 early picks. Nope, that's just a leave
No,
game.
you see.
Damn.
That is the Jaeger down off the board. It's not the most impactful player on the defense side, but it is still a pick, and he's going for aggressive swing the shot. He's not able to find the kill on the tap, but does do some damage.
He's still on the roam.
Does
Personally,
a
I
little
would
bit
push
more
back
damage.
right now. I wouldn't
Yes,
be
they
pushing
do.
up.
They have the yellow ping. Where's the
That's a
swing?
5-2.
That's the kill.
4-2.
Easton will find a trade back. And so
3-2.
is the castle.
Evening the score little by little.
Easton's deep inside.
No.
Oh, Tech's able to
Oh,
find him.
it's now down
Now
to
it's just
3v1.
up to the castle. He is behind the mirror window. He does get wall banged.
And the mirror
That's a
is
nasty
useful.
shot there.
Very nice shot.
1v2 situation. He does have the mirror window. He could win this out.
Blue team now
You
picking
think
up the
Maverick,
diffuser.
you hear the call that he's playing that castle there, or that mirror window. You're thinking let's push somewhere else to get the drone intel. They know.
A little bit of intel.
We do have 3 nades
He's
that could
looking
get him
in.
out of the position, but I would say push around him.
Well, I believe he does also have 3 Jaeger ADSs on him too, so the nades might not be enough.
They nade out that castle barricade so they can make some entry towards the site. Maverick does take the first blow of
Oh,
damage.
he can't
but
rotate out.
Ooh,
This
he
is it.
can't
He's
rotate out.
trapped. One should defuse, one should cover. This is perfect. Good
And
play.
there's the defuse.
Attackers are active.
Ooh, castle. I think this is a very smart, intelligent move here. They might not be expecting it. They
And
do.
there's the plant. And that's the
Nice.
attack.
clinical execution onto that site.
Okay, Bogo, heads up, we are delayed a little bit. It's just Twitch. I mean, we can't
I
really
think
help
it's a
that too much.
2-second delay, unfortunately.
I mean, it depends on device. So, like,
Well, yeah. Solid round. Off in the attack. That
okay,
1v1
going with the
that
standard armory for
Ayana
round.
and who was the defender there? Who was swinging the bunk door there? That 1v1 was really where that round was won for the attack there.
I
Cause
think it was Castle.
was it?
I want to say it was Castle.
No, because Castle was the guy.
Castle
he
was the last one alive.
Yeah, that was the last
It-
one. But that
was,
1v1 was
Mira.
important because if that defender, yeah, thank you. That defender wins that. That's a 2v2, and they're decent positions as well. But you know, it happens.
Now, as the sides do change, and Calibrate is up 4-2 from their attacking half,
Attackers have
this is
discovered
what we
the
expect out of
location
the defense, not the attack half. So they're in a clear advantage here. They
Yep,
do
especially
have
on
Well,
such a
we
some
do
defensive
bring
heavy
Azami.
map.
I like the Azami. This is a different defense here. We don't see a Mira, but we do see an Azami. We
Attackers are
see
heading
a
out
Velt,
to defuse
which
a bomb.
is
That
pretty
intel.
standard, but no Mira, which fair enough. And also no Jaeger, but
They're early, but they're doing
Yeah.
a very top-centric hold on the site.
From the look of the
Try to
setup of the
delay.
offense, they're probably going to be going for those walls. I mean, they have what they need to get it open.
Well, the defense only brought these jammers to stop that hard breach. They don't have a Jaeger or a Lawrence, so a simple nade over the wall would do the trick. But Dirk does come out, Bossy won't set a cash. He puts on his gadget to stop the drones from seeing him, but second drone is gonna come out. We have 2 drones on him now. He is retreating back towards his fellow teammates. Now with 2 minutes left, the attack are already using one of their minutes to just get some intel, figure out how they want to push this setup. They're finally making headway into the building. I think it's holding the angle. I think it's a little too close to that angle. If someone just swings slightly, they should be able to her head, but defense using their default comms to spot up the attackers as well, just getting the comms to the roamers, they either in, and respawns.
And
Nice
there's
shot
pick.
onto
First
Easton.
pick of the round.
Let's trade it out
And
now.
there's a
Right.
trade.
So,
They've already burned a minute 30 off the round. If they can just fall back here, they're
Yeah, I mean the defense
decent
just need to
positions,
hold.
especially with that ace gone. No hard breachability left.
Yeah.
So now I have to rethink how they're gonna push this site.
Yeah, because they can't push overly aggressive on this one. I mean, the defense has no
Attackers have
reason to
recovered their
just.
diffuser.
they're gonna
Mm.
have to push aggressive.
Remember,
They don't
there's
have a hard
two
breach anymore.
doorways. There's two doorways into the site because, and it's gonna stay like that. There's gonna only be two entrances in because they don't have a hard breach to get the walls to make it a third.
Yeah, but isn't the hatch open? I mean, it's still not smart to take it, but
Split
I mean,
hatch.
it's an option.
Split hatch is closed, I think. But the vigil side of barrels here, he was able to find
Wasting
Mock
time
Flores,
gets a
and he is
kill.
able to find Sledge
That's
as
4-2.
Wow.
All the attackers can do is push at this point. They don't have the time.
15 seconds remaining.
Vigil still holding his ground here inside of maintenance. The attackers are towards Dragon. They are making their headway into sight, as I think it is able to find you a pick in this last couple of seconds. No matter if they trade it
Why
out,
did they
but
pick him off in the
no
last 2
time
seconds?
left.
Nope. Time is
Yeah,
up.
actually, that got closer than it should have been, but
True. I
Calibrate.
mean, smart defense,
it.
to say the least.
That Vigil did some magic there in barrels. Great play.
Bought them just enough time.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of things I found interesting there was NS did decide to bring that Nomad, which we were talking about earlier. And Calibrate, they roamed up top. A lot heavier, a lot more utility around it, and it felt more coordinated than
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
and more well
attackers.
thought out than NS's roam. But very solid round from Calibrate, very solid.
Yeah.
See, it's a Chanka.
Yeah,
That's pretty interesting
that's-
stuff.
Yeah, that's a unique choice.
How do you feel, Tachanka versus Smoke? How do you feel?
Oh god, not this again. Tachanka brings utility, he has a good gun, he has a round
Defused by
so he's
attackers.
better than
This is a
SC11 at far range. So, does it make sense why you would want to bring a Tachanka on a map like Theme Park? It is a lot of distance gunfights, and you are careful with your shot, you are able to burn more time with that than you would be with Smoke. But
Surprised no Mira. This is kind of a little bit of a surprise to my end, but there's also
Yeah,
no.
I mean-
Well, they did bring the sledge, so there is a possibility of vertical play on the attack.
True. See, I'll go back to that Tachanka. I mean, it's a unique pick, but it could very well go in their favor because they can
don't like
limit
this-
the amount of area they can play.
I don't like the setup from the defense. There's not a lot of intel.
Yeah.
instead of
On
being roam
site.
based, like it's based on a dragon type of push. If they just hop in the site
I think
window,
if they go
should
to
be
the
able to just
bathroom,
get site.
they could just take you up.
As
But
ballsy as it
the
might
drone
be,
game
a
is good
straight
enough.
rush might just work.
And it looks like they're setting up for something like that.
And they're in. Straight with the push already. Tachanka launching his Shamikas in the corner to limit the
Body
room.
situation here.
But
Where's the
there's a
diffuser?
5-4.
4v4
And
brings it
down to a
back.
4-on-4. 4-3. The
All the
defense
defenders are
realizing
back
they have
on
to fall
site.
back
They've
to
lost
site.
their advantage of the surprise. Everyone knows what's going on. Calibrator sweeping
Now
up
it's
pretty
4-2.
quickly. And
4-1.
that is that.
I think we can.
What? But, interesting.
This last attacker left is going through the top where he's gonna have to try and find the last 4 defenders to win his team the round and save them from
Yikes.
this
And
match
there's
point
the drop.
disaster.
Defenders take the round.
Not be able to find the killer.
Yep.
What I didn't like there really was, you know, the rush was it was a solid
Rush
play.
was
They realized there's
smart.
one guy on site. We should win that, right? The problem is the diffuser was not on site. There was 3 guys there. None of them had diffuser. The second problem was they're kind of almost passive about it. They took the one site.
Yeah,
And they said, this is
they
good
were-
enough. This is
They were
good enough.
slow with the rush too.
They knew
which
that
is what's
they knew that
worse.
there was only one guy in drug. They should have pushed that advantage, killed that guy in drug, tried to hold the drug while Ace planted. But it is what it is.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
It
defused
was actually
by
kind
attackers.
of I mean, kind of reminded me of an SSG roam on the Calibrate side as far as how quickly everyone was able to get back onto the site. But
Oh, this time they brought a frost in the mix.
Seconds to go.
to rotate through the cafes.
Left before
I like this
insertion.
Azami pick. I like the things you can do with her. Quite interesting.
Bomb.
Yep. I mean, if it comes down to it, if Asami has you outside the room and there's a little bit of time, she can throw you off, keep you out that room. You have no other options, no other choice.
Deploying welcome mat.
Defense, to an extent, still somewhat setting up. And being this late into the round, I wouldn't suggest it. Seems the attackers are all gonna be pushing from top down. Inca first to drop in, and in follows.
Seems like they're getting ready for a little bit of a rush. Sami here on the floor. Maverick is able to find that kill.
Maverick
The open
takes the
pick as
pick.
well. He gets
Yep,
out the
that's
second
the
Astra onto the
3-5.
castle.
A bomb has been located.
Maverick now being dropped very low HP on this.
Is gonna have to claw back here as he's able to
That's
find the
the
head
2-5.
onto the 2
1 on 5. Will they be able to
inside
punch?
break room? They're able to find one through the wall, down and Maverick is
one.
the Ash down to well. The Pinker just comes out to pick the Maverick back up. But the Ash is still down on the floor. I think Air Frost isn't able to
And
push
that's the
out
attacker
that-
win right there. I mean, for being match point, I don't think they expected to lose that one. It's...
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Was the first round that Calibrate has lost ever since round number 2. have been on a very big win streak here, but does come to an end. While they are on match point, they just need one more round. Close out the map. Could be this round as they are defending. I don't know what site, I can't see, but I'm gonna
Here's
guess
that are
it's initiation. They did bring the Valk on that site and the Mar or the I forgot her name. Holy shit.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Hey,
Laser
remember
gates.
now, watch your profanity, boy.
My bad. Anyway,
So, back to the match.
are they doing fake site downstairs?
Hey man, you never know. It could very well work.
Oh my god.
Oh, no, but it's
Alright,
sunny.
anyway.
Never mind. That's...
Forgot it's room-centric strategy.
We're
on my
sorry
side.
that our brains are currently not functioning at tip-top performance.
My dog got distracted me. I'm blaming my dog.
Never
Anyway,
blame the dog.
dog is just cute, so it's worth.
I'm reloading.
The opening pick goes away attack. He's
Anyway,
able to kind of go onto east
there's
then.
a fiend cut. And there goes the sledge as well. I mean, 5-3. They've got the lead in terms of people. Can they keep it that way?
Nice Valcam.
Val giving them the intel they need to try and take that pick.
Oh, game.
Laura is now taking heavy hits from that gunfight.
Minute 30, 5v3 advantage here for the defenders.
And there's the first
Bringing
pick.
it back to the...
A bomb has
They
been
cannot
located.
lose their ace right now, at all. Velcam watching the ace. They should have got the Velcam.
Still 4-3, and they're almost down to a minute. They're gonna be running out of time if they don't
Bomb
start pushing
located by
soon.
attackers.
Good intel game from the defenders here. This visual on yellow and that Velcam main could be very, 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 very disruptive here.
Ace is able to find a call to attack, and now they do start opening up the yellow wall. They still do break up the last roamer by a lab. The other two players are on site. This roamer could have a very big impact if they do flank late. The attack is playing this to stay in map number 1. If they lose this round with 20 seconds left, they will have to go to map 2.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Valkyrie's gonna come in big here. Look at this, they're both lined up. Oh, and she finishes it off, and that is it. Is that Calibrate? Is that it?
Yes.
That is round 1, Calibrate 7-3. Wow, very confident. Very well done. Getting
Very
it done.
dominant win, showing a good performance there on Theme Park. We're gonna have a short break before we get into map 2.
My head is heavy, let me lay it down. Into your lap, I would love to drown. I need that story I used to hear, to run on and to end disappear. I won't lie down and I won't, I won't lie down and I can't do this without you. I won't lie down and I won't, I won't lie down and I can't do this without you. Your stories to come from the heart, glue me together and tear me apart. Your stories to come from the heart, glue me together and tear me
begin.
All right. We are back. So, first map. Pyro, you casted it with Nova
Yeah.
and Creaky. How did you think the map went? I'll bring up stats in just a minute and tell y'all everyone, accumulate everyone to what just happened, what the score was, what the stats were.
Honestly, I'll just say it went kind of as I thought. I mean, went down to who took the first few attack rounds off of the other defense. Then from there, just holding the solid defense. I mean, read textbook if you're gonna
Yeah.
be real.
So what I noticed, Carson, Carson,
Yo. Yo.
Carson, mute. Okay, thank you.
What?
Mute.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway, so what I noticed with the map is it was a very, I don't know, it's momentum based, I guess, because all of a sudden it was a 0-2 for NS, and then all of a sudden it was just 6 straight rounds for Calibrate. I don't know if it was they didn't warm up properly and they needed a warm up, or could have been anything. But it just happened to be 6 straight rounds for Calibrate, and not what I expected, in all honesty.
I mean, I
But
think
there was a
the
few
way
close scenarios, so.
it went was more they got used to their strategies. They found a way to counter it. I mean, they figured out, okay, there's always going to be at least one guy roaming that we got to watch out for. The minute they started picking off that one guy early on, they started winning rounds, and that's when they got their 6 straight win.
I agree. All right. So for everyone at home, let me pull up my little thing, my stats.
Hello, people at home. We're pulling up statistics right now. You guys get to
So
see the good old-fashioned numbers.
it looks we had 4. It was a 7-3 for Calibrate. They won 6 straight rounds, like we said. They won 7-3. Their top frag was Tech. He went 11-7 with 4 assists. Javiero went 10-4 with 2 assists. Reese's Key went 8-6-5. 8 kills, 6 deaths, 5 assists. SPS MG went 7-6-3. And Shrimp Lord went 4-6-3. Not too bad. Not too bad. For NS, Bleeder went 9-6-0. Elixies went 10-8-1. Just Easton went 5-10-4. Passive went 5-9-3. And Huskers had a pretty not great game, going 0-7-2. So
I mean,
it's not a
he was
very fun.
doing some alright support, I guess. I mean, look, he might
Yeah,
not have been
well,
dropping much in the kill department, but it could have been his calls. I mean, we can't hear him. It could have
yeah,
been what he was doing in the back. You
we
never
aren't in the
know.
same
Could have made a
area, so
difference.
we don't know what their calls are like. All right. Well, I would like to bring our casters for the next match in. Um, everyone
Alright,
can
peace
unmute.
out, my guys. I'll be taking a break from this one.
I would like to hear everyone's info and what their predictions are for Chalet. The Chalet attack, attack for
You can go
NS,
first, Nova.
defense for what's it called? Nova, if you would like to go first.
I think Calibrate's gonna take this map relatively dominantly. They had a very organized setup on defense and on attack. Once they got their flow going, it was really hard to stop them. They won 6 rounds consecutively until they were eventually stopped for just a little bit, and they were able to close out that map. And I think if they could find their groove a little bit like they did on Theme Park, they should be able to run away with this.
I hate to be your Skip to your Shannon here, but I think the defenses were really well done by Calibrate. We're going on Chalet, correct?
Yes, sir. It is Chalet.
Yeah, I did not like some of the I did not like some of the
Attacks
drone work that I saw on Theme Park.
for
You know,
NS
some of the
or for both teams.
for
Because early round
Calibrate.
it was,
I mean,
It was kind of awful for
Yeah.
Calibrate, but they got it better. They stopped
Yeah.
throwing
they
their
got
drones away.
yeah. I didn't like the drone work, but I think I don't know. I think I'm gonna give it to NS. I think I don't know.
On the tag. Tag first, NS. Take it, Chalet. What did you say again,
I
Noah?
think so.
You said Calibrate. Okay. Carson,
Yes.
what do you say?
I'm gonna go with Calibrate on this one.
All right.
So
We're going 2-1 Calibrate again. We'll see if Creaky's the dumbass this time. Anyway. So, first
Hey,
map.
Remember,
that was-
professional, no cussing.
yeah, watch
So,
yourself.
first map. Everyone saw it. Thought it was a pretty good map. Could have been better. 7-3 is not that much of a great scoreline, I guess, for competitive reasons, but it wasn't too bad. All right, we're going to go for a quick break real quick, and then we'll be straight into the next game. So, be back in just a
Bye.
second.
Without you, I remember myself, my name. Forgot about all you tried to change. Familiar was the sound of your voice as I continue to walk on by. It has been a year and now I'm living on the line. It has been a year and now I'm thinking for what's mine, that I'm better off right here without you. That I'm better off right here without you. That I'm better off right here without you. Forgetful, I admit that I've lost my place. My memory's gone erased. Like a scratch, only the scar remains. For we are better apart from all the pain. You're still like the stars above. There's no love I cannot see. And in a moment, that's when I knew I'm better off right here without you. That I'm better off right here without you. That I'm better off right here without you.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up for another amazing banger by Lex Blaze and Daddy Paul. Touchdown to Heathrow, DP and me, bro. About to hit the club and turn the shoot to a freak show. Look through the peephole, everybody geeks, yo. Need to get girl with an extremely deep. See 6 midgets that be fire juggling. Maybe it's just me, cause my mind is struggling.
And we are back.
Woo. Let's go.
oh,
Nice.
there we go.
Anyway,
Dope car you got there.
we are going into map number 2 after Calibrate was able to win Theme Park with a very dominant 7-3 scoreline. Let's see if they will be able to repeat that same success over here on Chalet, or will NS be able to pull it back just a little bit and come out on top. First spin
Carson, were
coming
you able to
through
see some of that game?
I saw the
will
last
be a Nomad.
3-ish rounds.
Oh, okay.
So I saw NS win with Chanka.
Oh, okay.
and then I saw the last round after that. So,
We do have a Thatcher ban as well as a Nomad ban, so roaming will be a little bit easier with this Nomad off the board.
yeah.
Something I do want
Wow.
to point out is that NS is on the not favored side for almost every map in this best of 5.
Chalet's
Attack.
attacker sided, and Theme Park was defender sided.
Oh, that's true. But saw them on attack on theme. I think they are also attacking on Oregon. Be wrong on that one though too. But
Oregon's like a 50-50.
yeah,
Sound-wise. Another Thunderbird ban. This time they don't want to deal with Mira, so they are getting rid of that. Bar first. Azami. I want to see it. No Azami. Dang. You have
Like,
the
I'm
smoke.
surprised there's no Azami actually. They played a lot of Azami on theme.
I feel like Azami on bar for holding top floor is very, very valuable.
Yes.
And Oryx is also
Attackers
quite
need to
good.
locate and
You can hold
defuse as many
hatch
bombs as they can.
from a library.
Also would have liked the capsule pick, but you know,
I
they
think
are
bar
in the finals
fits-
for a reason. They definitely have their strats in check.
Yes.
I think bar fits their play style. They were really good on that roam. At least on theme park they were. And in order to hold bar correctly, you do need to hold that top floor for as long as possible, really.
10 seconds left before insertion.
I'd like to see the top floor if possible.
5
What's
seconds
going on
left.
up there?
Yeah, with no Mira available, as well as them not playing
Attackers are
Azami,
heading
I'm
out
sure
to
they're- Oh, they don't have that shield.
The Frost probably gonna put their shield up there.
Probably.
We do have the one on top blue. Jaeger did not put down a single ADS just yet. Yeah, there we go.
We do have a drone top main here.
Yeah, the heat holes. Or the floor holes so that they can watch main stairs. They have a fuse coming in through basement. Jaeger's taking some early damage already. Might have been going for a little bit of a spawn peek. Not too sure. Drummer coming out as well. And I started trying to make quick work of this bottom floor. Trying to go up to west main. Maybe even go up to top floor and go for a little bit of a solar side take. Or they could just go for a kitchen dining take into main lobby. There will be someone over there by solar. Fuse is not aware just yet. Drone did stop before it could get that information. Doesn't seem like they know about that solar player. And Shrimp is able to get a nice double there onto the Fuse and Sledge. He does get traded out by Easton now. So odds are getting a little bit more evened out here. The defense takes an early advantage with that double kill from him. He just starts to open up the wall. The drum work is coming through. They do spot out both of the shields and both of the players behind them. This just using his second gas can here to burn a little bit more time on the top floor. A minute and 20 left, and the defense up a man. I think that is the right call. Attack does rotate down towards first floor. Being very careful to not overextend themselves without the right information. They do have a jackal here to possibly hunt out these roamers on the top floor. He does get down and finished off by smoke. Reese is
Still haven't
on that
fully-
door.
Yeah, so I'm fully cleared up blue stairs. You know, one's main, and they get that kill easily. Give you one situation here. Ping's coming out, the top player.
But it's just passive here in the 1v3. He's on the jack. He has a very capable gun. He is a very capable player to win this out. Just has to take these gunfights and hit some heads. He does get taken out by Reese, though, not even given any opportunity to win that round. Good shot down from them, and a very good defensive hold, burning some very good time, holding that site perfectly. Very good job to them.
see kitchen dining next, and kind of vibe with that a lot more roam based. I like the set. A lot of these sites here, a lot of teams would want to go up top or garage, but they're choosing the sites that really fit their play style. They do bring the Azami this round, so instead of a Wamai, opt for the Azami. Other than that, much the same lineup they had last round.
That's also on the other first floor site. Held bar very well, even though they didn't have the mirror. Their top floor hold was just extremely good. Burnt a lot of time, and it did get 2 kills on the roam. Very good job to them on that site hold. But we're gonna have to try and repeat that here on kitchen. We have the Azami. I'm very excited to see how this top floor hold with Azami will go. Azami is a very fancy operator. Could do a lot of things with Azami. Pack does have a Flores though, so this could counter out Azami. Could get rid of Whisper Kiba barriers with those Flores drones if they are placed well. I am always a fan of Flores on maps such as Chalet. There's a player downstairs though in Bar. Might be able to find someone. No, I think they rotated towards basement. In fact, just coming in from the main lobby side, trying to take the top floor. The minute
Have
burn
Jackal
already.
pings on a guy on piano,
Solar.
Yep, thank you. Barbed wire out here for the Finca.
He's gonna be taking
Goes that one
first engagement
bathroom.
here with well, pretty fire. The Gong 6 comes out. No nade instead. No, he used the Gong 6. Now they're using the nade, but make sure there are no ADSs. Nade gets tossed, not able to land a kill, but the second one's coming through. Just clearing out the utility. They can make their way inside of piano. They do get down and finished off. Ooh,
Really good
is
play
able to
there.
find a nice double there.
And it will still
Could
be able to hold some of the second floor.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Let's make a tactical retreat there, knowing they're up 2 people. They're like, hey, we don't gotta throw our bodies on this. Just play back, take our time. They do take their time, but the Flores definitely takes their head right off of their shoulders. So now the top floor is the
Bomb
attackers.
located by attackers.
Just have to set up some flank insurance, which we don't lose control of that later on into the round. The Flores is going down the solar stairs. He is able to find the head of the Frost. Now, another player inside of Trophy. The Flores is taking that fight against
Potato aim a
Lucy.
little bit
Lucy
here.
is able to get the kill, but Lucy is down to 20. He's starts going to the gunfight as well, but Lucy is able to win that one out. Oh, my bad. I think,
22.
no. Jack going for it. My bad.
1v1
Jackal went for
situation
the
here. Reese playing all the way back. Has no... Okay, there's a drone coming in here. Spots Jaeger. Jaeger doesn't know he's been spotted out. Reese can just play this nice and slow.
Going for the plant. Reese is gonna have to push up here, and he
Oh.
does. He does get that kill.
Does.
Very nice shot from him, as he did have info
Looks like Jaeger
from
had
the
info
camera.
as well.
Great
Jaeger's
round
being in a
from the
better
defense.
situation.
Mhm.
Yeah, that Malusi played very, very well there. I mean, getting that double kill really...
They shouldn't have gotten that double. They should have only gotten one, but the Musi overperforming there. They are able to get both. Now, top floor for the defense. They are bringing the Azami yet again. I really like this from them. I feel like Azami is such a useful operator. It should be played on most
Defenders,
maps,
protect your
on
bombs
most
from being
sites as well.
defused by
I would like
attackers.
to see more Azami comp. Big fan of it. He is on the board. They are finally running him. Like to see what the defense is doing on this site hold.
How would you like to see NS improve here? I mean, their attacks have seemed flustered at every time. They seem to be allowing
can't-
these 2Ks, these 3
Yeah.
picks in the beginning.
They're just
But-
losing their entry fights,
10
and
seconds
then
left before
miraculously getting the refrags off of some wacky stuff.
to insertion.
Like if Florida's just sprinting through bathroom that last round,
Attackers
it's
must
kind of
locate
ridiculous. But now I think they have a good chance to reset here on the top floor. Defense, pretty solid hold towards piano and bathroom with this Azami.
Ooh, Sledge getting like really taken down there as far as the HP through the drone hole. Spot the Jaeger out. Ooh. No damage onto Jaeger though. Oh, and a kill from Reese.
Yeah, we definitely did not realize that there were head holes. Flores was just
Again,
focused on that
information
door.
deficit there. They didn't have the info, but yet they still push.
Drop the diffuser.
It's getting a little too aggressive. The Azami here is able to take Easton out. This is a hard breach for NS.
Again, they knew where the Jaeger was. He wanted to push up the stairs. But didn't have the intel, like full intel on where that Rooney was, and gets his head blown off for it. 5v3. 2 minutes left though. They have plenty of time. Not a lot of drones left. Sledge has one. Twitch has the shock drone. Doesn't matter.
Ooh, another
dead.
nice shot from the
One's in the
Azami,
basement
or
here.
Rooney.
One's in the basement. One in the trophy gets. Yeah, that's. Diffuser's down. He's gonna try to get the diffuser picked back up.
It's just Sledge in the 1-on-5. He is very close to 20 HP, just a little bit over. Should be one shot from those guns on the defense.
And
a
there it
little
is.
bit of a pre-fire
Flawless
there
round.
from Shrimp. It is the
I think at this
confirmed
point, if
kill.
you're NS, you know, I'm assuming there's tactical timeout. I would take it
There
if I was
is.
them. I would take it right
Yes.
here. You've
Have a
gone
little
through all
talk
3
with your
sites.
coach, you know.
But-
So, no, I don't think they're gonna take it. Confident they're gonna be able to win out bar this time, at least. I'd like to see what adaptations they bring to this attack round, because Chalet
4
is,
nades. We see
Attackers
6
need to
nades plus
locate
the
and defuse
4
bombs.
Flores. That's pretty. That's about 10 explosives that could get the shield, could get utility.
Attackers have discovered
They are
the
running 2
location of a
shields
bomb.
right now, as well as the Jaeger and the my.
Looks like the defense is doing the exact same setup they had last time, except this round they don't have the Azami. But they are gonna bring that.
Did not bring the
OPC.
Azami on bar. They brought it on kitchen, but they did not on bar.
10 seconds left.
Did they not?
No, they did not. Because I think they want to bring the Frost for the extra shield.
5 seconds
They
left.
want to keep the Malusi. And since they want both Jaeger and the Wamai,
Attackers are heading out.
that's their setup they're going with. So they decided not to go with Azami. Instead they went Frost for the shield. They could switch out the Malusi for the Azami, but I guess they decided that they don't need it. So
Pack going for another solar side push.
I like this
or at
roam.
least 2 of them on.
Malusi, it's kind of ratty, but it's late round. It could definitely help.
Yep.
We see 2 people roaming, but nobody entering. See someone going into the basement, running it out. Oh, free pick going
So
after
it is-
Wamai. I think that's the first round that we actually see an entry pick from the attackers here. Maybe they can capitalize.
Yep. Oh, and it gets straight right back out onto passive. He is getting down, but I think the boost is able to bring him back up and save him for the meantime. He will be droning out, so his team has a clear path into the site. And Reese is getting killed.
Another
there
entry
is
frag
with a
here.
double kill right there. The roam
Malusi, good.
is
Good,
flanking right now.
good flank,
Double
yeah, could be
stairs,
something big.
So.
And nope, he
Oh,
does not. He gets
that
shut
big
down.
enough. Oh, the nade
Nade
comes to the
through.
shield. Ayana, it's her turn with the
Free
nade,
frag.
and she does throw it out. Sledge is starting his as well. I think it's going in for her. He does
And he gets
land,
it.
finally clears all the
Third time to try here. Third time
And
to
the
try.
smoke, Frost behind the shield on top mezzanine. This will be the last defender left. She makes her way back on site. Minute 10 left.
Watchable
They're
here.
gonna have to go for an aggressive swing here to try and even out the odds just a little bit. Frost runs out of ammo in their primary gun. They are gonna have to retreat into dining. Gonna go.
Well, what
They're
are you
able to
doing?
find one more, get the down
The
player. That is a
1v1.
triple now. Now the last player is going for a plant. Is just the ace. He's
No.
sticking it. The Frost is going to be able to find the kill as well and clutch out the
No.
round. The 1v3.
Oh, that's brutal.
Round
was
that
hard
looked
to watch.
unwinnable was bagged by that Frost. An ace? Really?
Really? Damn. That was hard to watch there. That just shouldn't have happened,
Oh,
really.
damn, it was.
They had the guy downed. They should have known there's a guy in dining, and yet he's looking towards bar.
I don't. They just looked lost there.
Yeah, and the ace sticking
Definitely
the plant.
some. Yeah, definitely some
don't
stuff to
know.
work on. In that round, especially.
They should have had it. That was a
Attackers
thrown
need to
round. I mean,
locate and
Finka
defuse
throwing
as
her
many
body
bombs
at the
as they
person
can.
with the shield, no intel, and I mean that again that kind of sums up
I
this
think
game.
they should have
Picking
gotten
stuff with no
refragged
intel.
immediately.
Should have, yeah.
So they knew the
And-
last player was nothing near enough to the
And they just
or
threw
think it died.
1v1s at the Frost, right? The guy, the Ionic comes in, that's another 1v1. And then the person looking at bar, it's another 1v1. And then it's an actual 1v1, and then he wins it, right? It's just 1v1 after 1v1. And they win them all. So, good job on that Frost there. Mr. SPSMG9. What a great name.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
God, what's their name? Sean. Anyway, they are up 4-0. The map that is believed to be attacker favored, which I think it is. Defense is taking a very demanding lead here. They're gonna
Yeah,
have to
I'm
have the
kind of bad
attack
about my
do
NS
some.
bet here. Oh.
Well, that is the underdog hope. We do hope NS is competitive.
More, yeah. Same style
Could
of
you do
push,
that
it
louder?
seems.
Anyway,
Wallbang? Ooh, oh.
nice. There we go. He's able to get
Another
his
entry
open
frag.
pick again. His second round row has been able to get that entry frag. Will he be able to follow it up with another kill?
Oh, no, he
no,
doesn't.
not quite. Reese is able to take his head off. Now the Frost going for a swing. He was able to find a kill onto passive. The
And they
Jaeger
shut
still inside
down
of
the
bathroom. The
push.
Sludge takes a little bit more damage here. By that, what we see. Frost is sitting behind the zombie barriers. 2 minutes left. The attack trying to make aggressive rush play here. It doesn't really work out for them. But the Flores is unspotted here inside of Trophy. This might be a huge play for him if he can get this kill onto that Malusi. Going up the stairs, trying to go behind. He
And he
isn't
gets
able to down gunfight though. He isn't even able to land a shot there onto the Malusi. The Malusi is able to find ahead of him. And a little bit of some evolving action, and he is able to get that kill onto the balcony. Now it is just a 1v4. No, a 1v3 for Ace to see if he's able to find the head of the Jaeger. Does have case as well, so he is in the best spot he could be.
Ace's perspective, Mr. Spectator.
Yeah. Slowly making his way downstairs.
We'll get a full
People
intel on
can't
him as
spot
well.
him out the whole time. There's a Frost here. He is making his way back up, thinking.
It's kind of a sneaky spot from Frost. You wouldn't really expect someone to be directly to the left. You might expect them to be on bathroom door or ooh, close. Doesn't get it though.
Frost is now making her way off the top floor to try and get the flank on the Ace. Ace has to be aware of this. He has a drone in his pocket that he could have used on his flank. He is opening up the wall, but it is muted, so it's not going to go through. Defender is prone, looking through those little feet holes.
They now have a crossfire in Ace's position. They know where he is.
Frost is
And
able to
he
get
gets
the kill
flanked.
from behind. Is the importance of these flank drones and these flank watch operators, such as the Gridlock, the Nomad, and or even the Zero. Nomad is
Yikes.
banned, so it's kind of up to the Gridlock and or the Zero.
It's unfortunate that that round throw was really bad to the psyche as well, just knowing that you had that 1v4 and you threw it down the drain. But they need to win this round if they want a real chance at winning this map. They need this round desperately.
Need anything they could get out of this half. They don't want to go down 0-6 and have to deal with match point every single round. No mistakes could be made after that. And the track record of Calibrate seems like they are able to capitalize on every little mistake NS has made so far. And as I said before the game started, I think they have found their groove into things. Seems like they
I think
are.
the big thing is just droning. I mean, you should not be ace with a drone in your back pocket with a minute left. I mean, you know, you're the support player. You should be droning your entries in. You saw that with Guyana, for example, blind peeking the Jaeger. Although she did have a clue that Jaeger was a cap, and again,
It was unnecessary to push up that fast.
yeah, that too. It was a little aggressive on part, but yeah. But great half on Calibrate too. I know we're kind of dogging on
Half's not
NS, but
over.
Calibrate has played this very well coordinated, and very tactically. So
The zombie pick as well. It's been doing wonders for them. Haven't lost a round on the defense just yet. The attack is gonna have to try and at least get one round here. Zombies just went towards top mezzanine impact. It is able to cut that Selma down, but it's able to open up the wall. Thanks with only one left.
again, we talked about that intel. It was unnecessary there.
They didn't drone tunnels at all. Now they are, and drone just gets caught. Second drone as well. They are doing something
and they get the
though,
kill.
at least, and
And
is able to
traded
make
out
his way.
immediately.
Look at the refrag. No one's there to really catch Cade on the rotation back, but he's able
They
to
could
get
actually
his
keep
Cade
this wall closed, and they kind of do. Oh no, they don't. They don't. They get on the attack, and they get slammed.
Sudge does get eliminated here by the Cade, but Cade isn't even going to double as the Twitch is able to win out that gunfight with a minute 30 left. Odds are at 3-3.
There seems to be a roamer that could come in big here.
Plenty of drones left for the attack though, so they should definitely be able to capitalize on that. Defense does still have their smoke up, and with time slowly dripping down, these gas hands are going to be extremely important, especially with no rotation into the site. Smoke is making the rotation right now. The shot drone does spot the Jaeger and smoke. The Rooney's position is unknown, but we do know she is on the flank as of right now. These drones inside of the attack is really going to bite them here, as Shrimp is able to get that kill for lack of information, lack of awareness,
And they close that half out. Great half. Amazing half. Flawless half.
Double.
those last two kills. Very nice shot. Frost just looking a little bit
Now, boys,
lost,
do
I want to say.
you guys think NS could do it? Do you think they could do it?
You see,
I mean, odds are stacked against them, but
yeah, they got the comeback for sure.
For sure.
Full
100%.
faith. Yep,
I don't-
100%.
I don't like. I mean, the garage.
Basement. Can I change my
I mean,
opinion?
I guess with a Cade ban, with a Cade ban not
Cade's
being a
not
thing, maybe garage is a good
Here's
play
the
for
thing.
them. But
If they roam first floor and they reinforce the hatch, we're
Defenders,
gonna have
protect your
problems.
bombs from being defused by attackers.
If they
Wow.
reinforce the hatch,
yay!
I think NS got this round. They broke the hatch. I'm happy.
Oh, as
They
long as
just
you're
have to.
Attackers have discovered
Anyway.
the location of a bomb.
And we're coming out here. Just spotting out the idea of the roam is what you
Ooh, we
need.
do see a Osa and we do see a Buck, so there is only one set of nades here. So
Nope. 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 You have to gun
Oh,
switch.
never mind. Never mind.
Sludge.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I lied.
Yeah.
I like the jackal instead of the lion. I like that. That's a good adjustment for the roam.
Not only hard reach.
Is Hibana. They're gonna be able to keep the walls
And the buck
relatively.
with his hard reach. Just.
Yeah. But they're gonna be able to keep those walls relatively closed.
I'm not sure what their little mice roaming.
Time will tell, I
Is
guess.
Easton inside? I would hope not.
Oh. It looks like there's 3 downstairs. Cade, Malusi, and well, Cade might be a new big garage. Can't tell.
Buck up down on the top floor is able to break that hatch. Getting the Lomai a little bit. The drone work comes out. He's able to take out that
Like
drone.
potato aim.
All of the hatches are getting opened up around, and his job here is just gonna have to be to burn out time
Stay
or possibly
alive.
make his way back to this site.
I respect that decision.
Result
Just blow up the drone.
grenade, break that drone. He's playing his life up here. He's doing some heavy damage onto Shrimp, but Easton's
He
able
could
to find
rotate
himself
out. He
onto
could
Tech.
rotate out.
No, he's stuck here, but Easton's
Oh,
clearing
he's
the
stuck
way
now.
for him. The guy inside of Bart's to think of the Wamai team. The gunfight
potato.
isn't able to down him just yet.
No.
But
And you rotate out. Great
there.
roam. Great roam. They waste
Easton really
time.
doing work right there. He wasn't.
And most
behind
importantly,
two.
they waste 3 members of Calibrate. As long as they don't do something incredibly stupid, they should win.
There we go. They got the hatch with this Habana. Jackal is by blue. He's going to be the player to take the gunfights here for the attack, as he does have the better gun. He's holding that nice angle towards where the moose. He's just ready for the Banshee to get activated and then swing. While the Habana does have the case. This is a 2v4 in favor of the defense. Smoke is deploying his scans to make sure no aggressive push happens. Jackal does use one of his smoke grenades to block the line of sight of the moose. The Habana is able to win out that gunfight against the smoke, cutting down his time waste by quite a
Absolutely
lot.
slammed. There's one here. Jackal in blue. Position known.
Free Fire's coming in. Just trying to find this last player,
Wow.
but Pass was able to get it. Very nice round from NS. First nice round we've seen from them this whole map. And it's at a perfect time because they don't have a good round from now on. They will be going to map 3 down 0-2. It's not where you want to be. You fought so hard to get here, you don't want to bomb out.
Well,
They are
it's
going
still entirely I mean, you know, the mindset
Technically.
needs to be that if Calibrate can do it, then NS hopefully could do it. They need to be thinking this. I liked it. It's very similar to how Calibrate. I liked how they roamed it a little bit. The Wamai was a little uncanny, but
Defenders,
it
protect
worked,
your
right?
bombs from being
It
defused
worked.
by
So
attackers.
I like it.
I feel like they just played the Lomai as bait there.
Yeah,
And just
it really
trapping him
did.
inside a bar, having
Yeah.
Easton play around it. Worked for them, but I feel like if they try that again, it won't. So, have to have some adaptation there. They are top floor. It's a site that.
Oh,
Oh,
ooh.
TK
that's
coming
not
out.
how you want to start
Okay.
it.
Oh
Especially when you're
no.
down on match point.
10 seconds to go.
That's tough.
My-
That's your Wamai as well. That's
Yeah.
kind of big
5
because
seconds
now
to
you
insertion.
have the discussion with the 4 nades and yeah.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Still winnable. I do
Very
like the fact they brought the castle. Castle did shoot,
Castle-
which is kind of
yeah.
bad, but that's okay. That's okay. You know,
That
they did bring the
is-
castle.
Yeah, Castle, great pick on Chalet,
pick.
especially on top floor. A lot of lines of sight that would be opened
Yeah.
up from just normal gunfire would be blocked off. Unfortunately for the castle, the attack did bring a Habana.
Calibrate's
Is
got to be
able to-
happy with this 5v4 situation off the rip.
Yes.
That probably would have been your roamer too, so you have to spend a lot. Ooh, oh, damn.
Easton just
5v3
trying to
off
take
the
an
rip.
aggressive gunfight there
Yeah.
with no info, but did get droned out, and Reese was able to capitalize on that. A little bit of a misplay. Now, Calibrate is up 5 versus 3 with 2 minutes left. Little work downstairs, little vertical nades coming through. Isn't able to find anyone just yet.
Looks
Think
like
is
they
making
are
their
going
way
to
up
try
the
to execute
stairs.
down onto the Solarium, but right now they are losing a lot of these gunfights there. Smoke using the vertical in his advantage.
Oh. Smoke dropped the half.
Maz.
He's gonna go for the flank.
Maz and the Hiban are kind of having a little bit of a stare down.
A bomb has been
Speeds up
located.
the process for the attack to open up the back house barricade. 50 seconds left. The Mossy just holding the angle here on the door.
Also means
as
no
well.
C4 for defense. Playing very aggressive as
Player on.
Mozzie, but he gets the
Window is
kill.
going to be a huge
Crossfire
impact. Oh,
is
he's
eliminated
dead.
here.
Mozzie's going to have to step
Ooh.
up, but Habana's able to cut him down. Now it's just a 2v1 for them. Yeah, 2v1 for the attack. We'll see the last defender left. She's going to have to go huge here to try and save their team and keep their team into this round. They do get one. Now it's just a 1v1 against the Habana. They're going for the swing, and they are able to find the kill. Wow. What a round from that Malusi, making sure their team gets a second chance. Want to stay in this as long as they can. At least confirming the second round for them. Very good clutch from that last defender.
Very good play.
Gosh.
Yeah, I did say NS to win this map
Very
on
good.
overtime. I think so. Maybe I get lucky.
Maybe. It's possible.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Well, a lot of enthusiasm from you guys, huh?
Okay.
Bar Gaming, they do bring a castle again. I'm assuming they're probably not going to bring the Azami because they brought the castle, so we're going to see smoke and then another shield. No, we're going to see Jaeger. Okay.
They took
So
Easton off the
instead of
castle.
Frost, we're going to see castle.
Attackers need to
My
locate
guess is
and
why they
defuse
took Easton
bombs.
off the castle. They're like, you TK'd. No more castle for you. Not because he's 7 and 8 or anything. Just because he TK'd. They don't
Oh,
trust him.
definitely.
Yeah, obviously.
It seemed like they wanted Easton on that roam, but because he was too busy, upset about that PK and then setting up the site, he couldn't get to his roam position in time and got kind of called out for it last round. But Malusi with the clutch,
Yeah.
good job on him.
Bar.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
Should be
left
having
before
a
insertion.
pretty... He's just so confused.
Attackers are heading out.
A little bit. Okay then.
Alright.
Good on
They're
him.
discussing strats, I guess. They're ready. They know what's up. Showing off. Don't have anyone playing what's not missing. This is a little bit of an issue, though.
Okay, can we see what the attack is doing, Spectator?
Going for a solar side take,
It
probably.
looks like it. So it's a little deviance from what NS were doing on their attack. NS kind of cleared from that master area. They seem to go for like a trophy solarium.
But they're just going
which
for
is
master
fair.
solar.
Yeah, which is, you know, mostly standard.
Basically the same thing.
So they see
They
that
are not
castle
gonna be
barricade, they
contested
know
on-
that it's not. Yep.
Yeah. They have the flank drone, so they aren't going to be getting flanked like Ness was.
Hopefully.
They also do this lion back, which might be impactful here.
It appears that Sledge is
One
actually watching the
leaves.
flank, so that's a good sign to
Yep,
Calibrate
he's just
here.
staying on the window outside.
Yep.
While having the drone, make sure if someone does decide to flank, he will be able to capitalize and get that kill.
President
Picking out
cancel off
going-
that window that the Fink is shooting right now, but
Yeah.
we put him elsewhere.
Gong 6 would have gotten rid of
Flash.
it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The Nade's bar to clear out. ADS and Nade is it to clear out that shield. The second nade coming in to try and get the frag
Man,
onto the
ooh,
player on
1
the
HP.
stairs,
Some
and it does
big
critical
damage
damage to the
from
smoke. Now with the minute 20 left, the time waste that the smoke does have with all three of its teams will be huge. If he can stay alive, will be very good. Just wants to make his way back to site now that he is down to 1 HP.
Minute left. Not tons of headway, but they've made some.
Oh, the smoke is killed. That's a great kill from Reese.
Oh, Jaeger.
Smoke might
Jaeger
have gotten
library.
ulti,
Do they
that's
know? Yes, they do.
They do
have
have the
good
drones
shots.
on him.
Dropped
He does
down.
drop though. Yep.
It's good. Smart, intelligent play from him. Oh,
Nade coming out from behind. I'm gonna just try and get rid of that castle barricade.
does
roll
hard.
out the window. He's gonna have to. Oh. Anyway. Oh. Barricade bang,
I think-
almost finding the Jaeger there, but
It didn't
castle
work.
barricade
Wow.
is still up. Throwing a wrong angle, it was bouncing right off the barricade. But the attack is still up and
The
seconds
underdog
left. Oh no,
PK.
the PK again. He's gonna have to hold this now. It's gonna be a very impactful barricade. He's able to find that kill. It will be huge. East gets down by the lion. And Shrimp's able to find a
Kind
kill.
of a tall
Now
order
it's the
here.
1v5 for the Wamai. The plant going down. He's gonna have to go for a very aggressive
gets
swing. He's able to find one. The
Oh.
lion might be able to find a second. No, Shrimp's able to get the kill and close
That
the
is
map
that.
7-2. Very good finisher round on that bar site from them.
Yep.
Very dominant performance yet again from Calibrate.
Well, yeah, it was.
Take a little
Yeah, it
break
was,
before we
yeah.
go to map number 3. And we'll discuss.
Yeah.
Babes, boyfriend is acting like a clown. Know what's going down every time that we in town. Take a look through the peephole. Yo, everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them leaks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club into a freak show. Look at Snow White eating rotten apples. Dirty bass that be coming at you. Roller coasters like a supernova. I'm the ringmaster, this my tabernacle. See you screaming, I'm like, what for? Oh, you pop? Yeah, I got popcorn. I haven't wake up on the wrong lawn, so we won't stop. It's a lost cause. Take a look through the peephole. Yo, everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them leaks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club into a freak show.
And we are back. All right. So that was Chalet. 7-2.
Mm.
Calibrate takes
Yeah,
second
Calibrate.
match. So
Yeah, it a very, very dominant defender half. Did win all 6 of those defending rounds. Normally, a very attacker-sided map was very defender-sided, with only one attacking win going the way of Calibrate. So that was the dominant round that did define them as the winner.
yeah, very, very true.
How do you feel about that, Alex?
That was very interesting. Very, very interesting. From my point of view, it was
I think the
lot of hero plays. A lot of hero plays, though. There was a lot of hero plays. A couple of clutches. A couple of big 3Ks. The one I do want to hark back to, I wish I had a replay of it, was the Frost Ace on the 1vx clutch.
1v4 on top.
No, it was a
floor?
1v5 technically, because the guy died on
Okay.
the library stairs, and it left it in a 1v5. Finka swung, or whoever was top Mez died to whatever. Anyway, it was a 1v5 with the very, very, very map defining play. Wins a single, like literally single-handedly wins a round. So that's a very good thing.
Yeah, I agree.
So, looking ahead, we are going to map 3. It's Bank.
Bonk.
NS is getting to defend first. So, that is good.
I'm put Calibrate on this one.
You're not going to try to take that upset on that Bank defense? And I do agree that as much as I do like the defenses of both teams, NS has not looked anywhere near viable on defense so far. No, it could turn around. You never know. You could get a really good momentum first half and then pop off on the second half.
They sold that one round, but
But I mean, outside of it, like they have not looked great on the attack. They have won a single attack over 2 maps, and it's not.
Calibrate's just making them look like amateurs.
Well, the thing is, there's a lot of misdroning, a lot of, they look good and then they get aggressive and throw a body, or they look good. They're the frost clutch, for example. They look good. They know where the frost is at, and then just a blunder happens, and Sledge is just looking at his teammates' back instead of watching where the guy's gonna come from, or.
I can understand the Finka, going around the corner,
swinging,
because it's kind of obvious where the frost should be, right?
You would think it would be inside. They wouldn't be there, so it's fine. Yeah, you're a 1v3. You're really a 1v4 at that point, and blah, whatever. Anyway, the guy gets down. You have him for info. Don't pick him up. Just go plant. Now you're cover, and then just I don't know. I don't know what the Sledge was doing. I mean this in all niceness. That was a throw and a half. You could have won that round, but you didn't because you're looking the wrong way. And I don't know where the call came in. He's in sight, but if there was a call, or you just thought to yourself he's probably in sight, well, it was wrong. If there was a call, or there was no way there. I'm assuming there was a call or something. Well, it was wrong. How did you think
maybe the down
Frost
guy?
He was gonna rotate back, and he was just holding the head holes on the door, but Frost was in kitchen inside.
But it seemed to me like Sledge shot at him through the wall and then let him walk back, like just didn't peek. That's my thing, is that Sledge should have seen it. Like he literally pre-fired him through the wall. All right, real quick. Creaky, what you're saying Calibrate?
I'm gonna say Calibrate on this one.
All right, Carson, you there?
Yeah.
Who are you gonna call for this one? NS is on
With how
defense first on
calibration going,
bank.
I'm gonna go with Calibrate, considering how
Okay.
well they've been doing lately.
So Nova, you
I would
gonna
have to
calibrate
Hasn't
triple?
agree.
given me
You're gonna go for the
enough
triple?
to-
I don't think it's gonna be a 3-1. Unfortunately, I think it's probably gonna be a
Okay.
3-0 with thing. Wait, they
Fire,
have
do
they're
you
going
have
with that
a
7-3,
different
7-2.
idea, or are you gonna go with calibrate as well? If you're there.
My man, I've been going with Calibrate from the beginning, and I'll stick with it.
All right, all right.
Calling it 7-4.
Well,
Kidding.
I'm gonna
Probably
be an
7-3.
unbiased caster, unlike all of you, and not say my picks. So,
Bullshit.
Hey,
Bullshit.
language, language.
Oh,
Oh my
What's
bad.
your
All
profanity?
right. So, we are about to get
God,
back
sorry.
into this. Everyone is in the map. We're ready to go. So, get ready to guess. Get ready, bitches.
Whoa!
Wow. Yeah,
are we on the air
God.
still?
I'm assuming no.
Oh.
Wait, what do you ask?
Oh. Hello.
Here we go. Hello.
Welcome back.
We're getting
Ladies and
bonk.
gentlemen, boys and girls. I don't know.
Take time. NS is going to be the team starting on defense. They are down 2-0 series score. If Calibrate does win this map, they will be your Season 1 champions. So, we're going to hope that NS wins. So that we get to map number 4. Maybe even map number 5 if we're lucky enough.
Wow, biased caster much? Sheesh.
Biased because I want to keep it going.
Yeah, he's biased. He's just
I'm biased.
can't believe him.
Fear me. Anyway, Thatcher ban.
Beer.
Thatcher is a very common ban on basically every map, other than like Coastline. Even on Coastline, people ban Thatcher sometimes. Habana,
Hibana.
that is one hard reach off the board. A very good hard reach for getting hatches.
But
Bank
Monday,
does have a lot of
Jiro.
hatches.
Actually,
Habana's a very
big
solid
time.
ban.
Why? Yeah, okay, I can see that. Stature's ban. Okay. Alrighty. Pretty default bans, nothing crazy.
Probably Mira or Valkyr. Things simple.
Whoa, how'd you know? You're cheating. Hacking.
Might as well be.
He's psychic.
Must be, man. I don't.
No, it's not like there is banned every time on bank or anything. That
Okay,
would
I
be
know.
ridiculous. Why?
Ah, that'd be
Round
whack,
number 1.
bro.
You will have NS going into the basement site. You have the smoke with my Thunderbird, Jaeger, and Mute. 0. Thank God. Finally 0.
Zero.
0 is
Zero's
on
a
the
really good
board.
op on this map. There's a lot of places that you can put the cameras kind of sneaky, especially in that lobby area as well as on the stairs, on square. There's a lot of sneaky good places to put them.
Attackers need to
So
locate
your
and
dead
defuse
teammates
as many
or your
bombs as they
teammates
can.
just in general can collect a lot of intel. So I like it. It's a good pick. But
I feel like 0 is criminally underrated.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, they switched off 0. Yeah.
that's yeah. Well, I mean,
No.
Nomad.
For the
That's
no,
fair.
Nomad.
I think that's
No,
fair.
Flank Watch, yeah. Nomad just does 0's job without having someone have to watch the cams.
Yeah.
Thunderbird forgot where the house was. That's okay. It happens all the time. They are running impact grenades, which will be very useful against Osa pick that Tech is using. Those talon shields, see-through shields, are very good for getting the plant down.
Attackers must
Does
locate
seem
and
like
defuse
they
the bomb.
aren't going to go for a server rush, as they are all spawning alley. Probably going to go for hatch and then a server take. Thunderbird roaming on top floor might have something to say about their server take from the hatches. But we're just going to have to wait and see how this round plays out. Want to see what the attackers are doing right now. Oh, maybe they are going for a server rush. They all rotating over there. Yeah, they're going to go for a server take, I think. Our own server would be kind enough
Bomb
to
located by attackers.
There we go. You have the drones coming in. This is probably going to be a rush plant. Definitely going to have someone watch the flank, which will be Reese on the Finca. Top floor of the drone work coming in. Make sure everything's alright for the thermite to open up that wall. Nitro cells are going to be a huge part here to try and delay the plant and possibly
They
get
have
a kill.
They have 3 C4s and 3 smoke grenades, so although 1 C4 is upstairs, so there is only 2 on site, I believe, right? 1, 2,
Yes.
3. Yep, there's just 2 on site.
Glaz is finally coming in. He does have smoke, so definitely
We have
can
6
delay.
smokes. Yeah, they can
Yeah,
definitely
Glaz.
bait a C4 out. They can smoke just like this, not plant, maybe get a C4 out, which they do get a
What they
smoke.
would have to do is
baited.
throw some stun grenades inside of that smoke to mask up the sound. Red is throwing his smokes pretty deep to make sure no one is swinging that
In the
door.
meantime, entry kill for the defense there onto the Finca. That was their flank. Was that their flank watch? I'm going to presume that was their flank watch.
Yes. Now, also using her smoke grenade. She has 1 left. Smoke is deploying his toxic canister.
Mozzie going for a flank, it looks like.
There's an air jab on the door, so
Mozzie
he's
up.
gonna have to be careful of that. He does use his nitro cell though. Hasn't popped it just yet. Don't know where it is. It might be on that.
40. Yeah, I'm assuming so. Yep. 45 seconds left. The attackers have another problem
Pop
to
the
deal
hatch.
with.
Finally, the plant's starting to go down. Mozzie's dumped his mag. Does reload, but stops. Smoke can is delivering. Impact grenades coming out from the Wamai. The hatch is still closed on the top floor. The Nomad
More flanks
to
coming
one,
down.
and finally eliminated. Does not drop the hatch. Now it's V4, 2v3, 2v2. The thermite went huge. He got a nice double there. He is able to get
Seconds
all
left.
those
No
kills.
smokes left. No C4s.
On a triple
They're very
kill.
winnable.
They're gonna have to go huge here. Osa gets 1. The thermite's gonna have to look for a plant. No, he's going for the frag instead with 7 seconds left. They have a little bit of time to mess around with here, but it's just the Wamai. Osa's going for some
And he
shots.
wins
Oma's
it.
going for some
Wow.
shots back. The Osa's able to clutch that one out. A 2v4 down to that 2v1.
I
Very
think
close
that
round from Calibrate.
I don't think that T-Bird had to push with that Mozzie. When the Mozzie dropped there, T-Bird did not have to follow. There was 30 seconds left. You just killed. You know there's 2 guys downstairs because Mozzie just dropped and discovered that hey, there's 2 guys down here. If I'm T-Bird, you just chill. You wait out
I
that
agree.
round. You
It's
wait
just
that round. You have
pointless
the hatch drop.
aggression. That's really getting them. They just need to chill out when they have that man advantage because they
Because
Get
it's
it.
3v2, 2
but
guys
then
on
they
site, and then you as you're the X factor of that round, right? You're
You
the
play the
guy.
flank.
Protect your bombs.
They
Yeah,
go for the plant, you drop
exactly.
the hatch. Guy can't look 2 ways at the same time.
But it doesn't happen. Obviously, we know it did, and Calibrate win the round. And again, they're on the attack, so you know as on that defense, you don't want to throw rounds like that. You really don't. You can even argue that the Mozzie didn't have to drop there too. They could have just said, you know, they could have just stayed. But I understand why the Mozzie dropped, but I don't think T-Bird had to there.
Yeah, I agree.
10 seconds to insertion.
Anyway, we are going into round number 2. The defense is trying to hold basement yet again.
Attackers objective is to
Time
locate
they-
a bomb and defuse it.
Are playing it the same lineup
They
except
didn't
this time
get
they don't have the
hatches.
Jaeger.
You don't have hatches. That's the big thing here.
That is
At
a big
all.
problem.
Looks like they're going to be able to get the nulls. They got lucky a little bit there, because they would have.
Ooh, a Volt Hatch Rush is probably going to come in here. They have 4 of the 5 attackers over there. They do have the buck with hard breach charges. Could be able to just pop this hatch open if it is even reinforced. It is.
All the roamers are
Fortunate for
on
the
the
defense.
open area side as well, so
Oh.
the roamers are not going to have a huge influence on this.
Buck's is pushing up. It's not going to be opening the hatch, but they do have a 0-0. Can easily open up this hatch with this hard breach charge. Seems like they're just going for map control here, trying to take a good hold on the first floor. It will be the Gridlock here on this long haul. They are able to get the opening kick on the door. Very nice shot.
And they drop the hatch.
Does get open.
They are in.
Dropping. They're going on site.
Gridlock Gridlock with
You
that
did
location.
say.
By attackers.
Like on down.
So we'll be able to boost them
Buck
back
does get
up.
down, but the Bucket's had ability. He's able to get one. The Lion able to get one as well. Now it's a 5v2. 5v1. Well, yeah, 5v. Now that the Fink boost comes out, the Bucket is aware of the last place location. Now the whole team's aware. Calm came through. They're gonna have to go for the plant, and then Thunderbird's gonna have to go for the site retake in that 5v1. Doesn't seem winnable, but never say never.
What?
Thunderbird just
Okay.
breaking that hatch. Gave away their location here. Now everyone knows that they're pushing through the server. Don't have
Comes
they're
through.
gonna have
Ooh,
to
the
take
shield
some fights
coming in.
here. The Defender's fight is working against them, as they are the ones that are gonna have to retake. They get one kill, but that's it. Just enough for a flawless round, but not enough
Yeah.
to really win it.
Yeah.
Asking for a win from the defense after that
they
is
got
kinda
outgunned.
crazy.
They got
They got outplayed. The rush worked. The roamers,
Yeah.
they weren't able to capitalize on the rush because the Gridlock was able to hold the flank. Very good strat from Calibrate, a good rush strat. And the defense is finally going to try top floor, get off of their
I like-
basement.
I like the idea that they bring the Gridlock instead of the Nomad for A, I
Attackers need
think
to
most
locate
likely
and
the smokes,
defuse
and
bombs.
B, because the Gridlock can really help lock down certain. I like, kind of like that small, minute thing. I don't know.
It could also be just down to the gun, the LMG
It could
of
be.
the
Could
Gridlock.
be. Could be. Yeah.
Maybe the 2.0 scope without having to run the ARX with
Bomb
such a
located by
limited mag
attackers.
capacity.
Possibly, yeah. Either way, Calibrate come with 2, and that's on their attack. So I like the Azami that they're bringing. That's kind of
10
nifty.
seconds
What's
left.
that? Okay, they're up top.
They are
Makes
top
sense.
floor. They have 6 impact grenades. They can impact these walls on square. They do if they so choose to.
Attackers are heading out to
I
defuse
think they should try it, give it a shot at least. Nades are probably gonna. They have a Buck, so Buck's probably gonna go below, do some vertical
No
work.
Jaeger,
Nades
but they
from-
do have a Wamai, so they're not totally vulnerable to the nades. But
Hmm.
do you think they're gonna nade below, or do you think what are they gonna go for here?
Well, that depends. If I think they
Your
will
very
nade
standard
below. I
stock
think it's
square
would be the
push,
play.
Buck on the rappel. Bet you they have a probably have a camera in lobby. T-Bird's watching. Just kind of waiting to see if they're gonna go for anything interesting.
located a bomb.
Wow!
Oh,
Entry frag.
Goes
40
away.
seconds
Taki
in.
is on the window with a nice headshot onto
Well, that's just
Easton.
oh, that was just a random spray too.
Yes, that
Unfortunate.
was very lucky kill there, but very unlucky. for
And
Easton.
even
and
more
the line
unlucky.
disconnect.
That's yikes.
It's not going to be rehosted as prep phase did end. And now with 2 minutes left on the clock,
Buck could get
drummer coming out, gets muted out.
they get the wall
Wall's
open
getting
with
open.
no impact, no nothing. Looks like wait,
Buck
Fink
can
is
hop in
janitor,
Here. I think it is. They have sight control.
and that's
Wall
like
bangs coming out. It does some heavy
Go.
damage onto the castle, but Fink is able to capitalize on both of those kills. Now last one is the Thunderbird.
what is T-Bird doing? What are you doing? Why are you what? Okay,
Third
he's
stuck. They can't push.
holding main stairs.
They are able to attacker there. They are able to get that kill. That impact grenade almost killed the Thunderbird, but instead the Iana will. That nice headshot to finish off the round.
Looks actually kind of clean.
Very solid.
Returns back.
quarter.
That's just an unfortunate thing that happened there with the. You know what I would have liked to have seen there was a little more I know it sounds so weird for me to say, but a little more aggression on those windows. I mean, you think for a team with so much aggression, you would think they'd make an aggressive play on that Buck.
They couldn't really have any aggressive plays because
That's
once
true.
that Buck got that kill onto that mute, that barricade
Yeah,
bang, there wasn't really anything.
Was there like
Thinkers could
nobody
do.
else?
They were
Where
all.
were the other people at? I know T-Bird was downstairs, but it
I
felt
believe
like
they were
after
by
that
like
Buck-
Attackers
elevator.
need to locate
Yeah,
and
like after
defuse
that
as
stop
Buck
many
sign.
bombs
got
as they
that kill,
can.
it felt like site was just empty. Like it was totally
Basically
just
was because once that Fink got in janitor, they couldn't do anything. Round was over after that.
But good round.
The round was
Calibrate. I
yeah.
feel like a broken record there.
So far they've got the plant down every single round. So they're making sure they get that side control. Showing a very dominant performance.
They will go
on this.
glass, which makes sense because they're on the basement. They want the extra smokes. They okay. Osa, okay, yep. Same setup they did the first round, which makes sense. It worked out for them. Why would they switch? Why would they fix what's not broken? 5 reinforcements not used on the defense. That seems
That's
very
probably the
poor.
hatches, if I had to guess.
Probably.
Yeah, they're using
It
them now,
is.
no hatches. Yeah. Right. Do spot out. Some of the defenders are still on the top floor. They're making their way back to site. The opening pick
Assuming he was
finally.
AFK.
Oh,
located by
okay. The
attackers.
opening pick went the way of NS due to a TK. So they something going for them. That is their hard route dead. So probably the most impactful player on the board. Luckily for them, they do have a soft wall ahead of them. Oh, Osa. Nice shot there on Olomai. Oh, the Ayana drone's trying to get a little bit more info, but isn't able to do much
swinging it
as
back.
the Osa's
Good
head,
job,
or
but he should
Ayana's
get the
head.
refrag. He's playing a little
gone.
aggressive here, but it works out for him.
He should definitely
another.
stop. He is
No,
up
he's a
one.
gunner.
I know he is, but, you know, they're going against class. You peek for half a second, he'll take your head off.
Ooh, gets chip damage here. Pushes up further.
Gasping coming out, trying to delay the push.
Oh, looks the
The
wrong
gl-
way at the wrong time.
Oh, the glass. That's what I mean by the glass taking your head off. He's able to get two.
G9 is just a gunner. Ooh, one-way smoke.
Some CSO type stuff. One way smoke. No, I don't think so.
That
But
didn't work too well.
the glass seemed
Yeah.
a little bit confident on that one-way smoke. It doesn't work out for him. The impact nade is able to finish him off. Now the Osa setting up her gas or smoke plant. My bad. To try and but it can, but the Osa is able to capitalize on that aggressive swing from the Thunderbird. Jaeger is the last defender left. Talon shield coming down.
Oh,
To battle against the deployable shield, but he do pick it up, trying to go for the plant. Very unfortunate there. They are pulling it back
Winnable.
out. I think it gets down. This is actually winnable for the Jaeger. Now as he is in the one-on-one,
Oh!
shield in hand, the pistol comes out, but the Osa is able to win now. That gunfight.
no. Oh,
I don't even know what the.
brutal. Oh, my eyes. You need bleach after that. That's hard to watch. Not
Going
happened.
You were being you were going in on them. Jesus. NS is not having a very good day. They are not playing up to par with what they normally play. Like,
No.
maybe it's the competitiveness
Maybe the
of
pressure.
Calibrate. Pressure as well, league finals. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
But
That's
Calibrate is a
a lot of
very
aggression,
capable
which
team.
I felt was
they seem to be on.
was okay. I mean,
Defenders,
you know,
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
that smoke. How did they get that smoke like that? Was that
Well, my desk.
Oh.
But as I was saying, Calibrate is on top of all of these maps. There hasn't been a map that I've seen so far where they were not dominantly in control. Is the third map of the BO5. First map was Theme Park, which
Yeah,
they
we
did
have-
win 7-3.
Oh, sorry. We
Second map. Yeah.
Summarize it as domination, really.
Mhm.
The whole game, really. But
10
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
So far, out of 23
Seven
rounds,
Seconds left.
Calibrate has won 18 of them, only dropping 5 in the
Attackers
first 2
must
maps
locate and
total.
defuse a bomb.
Very impressive from them.
they're going absolutely flawless on an attack on bank of maps.
Going nuclear.
Uh-huh. Speaking of nuclear tech, going 7-0-1.
Mhm.
You know what's really impressive? That ooh, nice,
Oh,
nice entry frag
Pastor's
there.
curse. You cursed him out. How dare you?
I know, I really did, yeah. That shot though, from last shot, I do just want to point this out from SPSMG9 here. That Glad, that was a nutty shot.
I'm sure we could call him something else.
No, I love his name.
Alright, yes sir. Does get that jackal track onto the Wamai, so now they are aware about that
They
Wamai
know he's not.
on site. Knew where he's at. Do you see that stock hatch is soft? They might be a little keen on opening that one up. Yes, they are, as they do open it up with the second of the jackal. Hatches are getting opened by 0. Try and make taking this basement site a little easier. These Argus cameras will be used as well for some information. Yep, just maybe. I'd like to see what the Think is doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Close gunfight.
Damn.
Jackal wins it out. What are you looking at, Jaeger? And you're dead. Bye. They're going for aggressive. They almost feel desperate, you know. I really do. When they're in a 5v or in a 5v4, they just feel desperate. I mean, desperate plays, just not working out. It seems. That was there.
Other kill there. The plant is starting to go down. Yeah. Plant's starting to go down. Jackal's going to be the cover, but the nade from Reese is able to get it in the pre-fire from the Jackal as well to confirm the triple and round number 5.
Clean round.
Going the way of Caliber. Seems every map they're getting better and better. Round score getting a lot more dominant for them. Map 1 went 7-3, map 2 went 7-2.
I don't know. Do
No,
you maybe give
never
up?
give up. Never give up.
On no, I get that, but do you give up on top floor and basement and maybe go something else here? I mean, Clash. They do something different. I think Clash would be better.
Unfortunately, I
don't
think the Clash is the answer.
No.
The window repels.
Protect your bombs from being defused
I'd like to see a run out, and it sounds kind of goofy, but I just like to see it. I want to see one.
They have to try something different.
Yeah.
So, wouldn't make sense why they would want to try something like that, but I just don't think it would work
Clash
personally.
was pretty cool for downstairs if they would have wanted the whole server. It would have been
The way Calibrate are playing, you need more guns to really go against them. They're just winning their ones, and the defense isn't really capitalizing on taking a 2v1. Because the attacks just drumming each other in, getting their ones, and then
to build on
by
that
the time
argument
they
there.
actually are. Yeah.
Build on an argument of not taking the 2v1s. I mean, we saw Smoke go on that bomb chassis, basically just say, I'm going to solo this round out, dies, and we saw Thunderbird go, alright, I'll go up to the bat and see if I can do this and hold the site by myself, essentially.
Drone.
Ooh, that is a drone and a half right there. And we saw
Very
a
fancy.
couple other...
Oh, they didn't reinforce the
Yeah,
walls.
Italy. Interesting.
Okay. Fozzie
They're gunners.
be on the roam. Just looking for his first frag of the map. Try and get on the board somehow.
What are you... Ooh,
They're
that was
rushing.
close.
They're coming in through top square. I'll like this.
I
Getting
kinda
body
like the
buffed a little
aggression.
bit there. I do. With
my...
Thunderbird on board. I really like it. The nade might ricochet back onto the Lombardi. No, it doesn't. The trade is there. The attack. They are taking the big ones. Iona is going in for their one against the Albi.
Didn't see him on the
nice
pixel
shot
there.
from the Orcs. Take the head
Orcs going
off.
for a little bit more of aggression here. I'm loving to see it. C4 out. Almost hits the thermite. More aggression coming out again. Ooh.
This is what I mean. This is the aggression we need. He almost needs to himself. Oh, the recoil there. It's just a little bit too much, but he is able to get down and the finish.
Oh, someone's actually
double
in
so
sight.
far. Last one is the buck. He is off site. The Alba is unaware. Oh no, now he is. They do have case down. The Buck's taking some heavy damage now in the 1v4. A minute and 30 left. He's going for one, but he can't even find it. Nice headshot from the Mozzie to get on the board.
I like the organized aggression, right? It was organized.
Yes, that's what they needed
It was
from the start. They needed that.
Seemed almost thought out. I was like, all right, listen, we're gonna play aggressive. Like, we're gonna
So they
let's
played
push these
trade.
guys on
They
square.
played the
Let's
swing.
put... Exactly. I liked
Very
it.
organized.
Yeah.
Well, on the bright side, it's not going to be 7-0 for map number 3. It's actually the last map of the series.
I do think they can push it on this map. They do have a buffer. We saw what they were able to do even on Chalet without a buffer round to deal with. So maybe they can push it through with that buffer round. In other words, they can make a mistake on one round, but only one round only. We'll see.
His track record against Calibrate on these attack rounds, it's not very likely for them to string together 5 rounds before Calibrate can win 2.
I
They
don't
would
know.
technically have to double their round wins between maps of 1 and 2 right now to be on match point. And even have a chance at winning. So it's not looking very likely, but
5 seconds to
we
go.
hope they can do it. I want to see a map
Yeah.
4.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
I mean, I don't know. I watched G2 versus EG in 2018. It's, you know, it's possible.
Alright, I'll have you know. It's Penta.
Or okay, shut up.
That was in 2017.
Okay,
Oh, wait,
say
no.
again, shut up.
My bad, my bad,
yeah,
my bad.
ha ha
Yeah.
ha. Yeah.
I said G2. It was Penta. You're wrong. Anyway,
You're more wrong.
you're wrong. I'm not good with numbers.
Nope, don't care. You're more wrong. Anyways,
Yes, yes, sir.
anyways, sorry about that.
Are you
2.5 minutes or 30 seconds in. 30
2.5.
seconds into the round here. Shut up.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Yes, sir.
Oh, not a lot
Attackers
has
have recovered their
happened.
diffuser.
Oh, never. Okay, something just
Oh
happened.
wow, he fell off.
Oh, he
He
fell off the
fell
roof.
off?
Yeah, he
Yeah. At least he didn't get TK'd. It's okay.
Oh,
Oh,
that
think
was-
very
I don't
good. Pick him
maybe
on.
there,
Back-
but oh, smoke creates it back. Think that. Oh, let's there.
Oh,
Ozzy getting the worst of it.
snap right
Jackal
there.
getting
Didn't do some
smoke
heavy damage.
after the
Just like
aggression.
Frank's back. Very nice shot from the Jackal. He's gonna be trapping Castle. Castle and Mozzie are on top floor. They do know
And he gets
this.
it.
Ken just
What a shot.
decide to go for a rush, but no, they're taking the gunfights against the roamers. They're taking their ones, but now they're pinching against the Castle. Jackal and the Fink are working together here. Alex coming up server stairs to try and get the trade, but now that they're just left alone, not 1v4
There we
there,
go.
they get 1, but that's
Yes,
it.
sir.
And S stringing 2 rounds in a row, back-to-back round wins. This is the first time we've seen it
Call,
since
they're gonna get
the
they're
very
gonna get-
first
they're gonna
2
go to
rounds on
OT.
Theme
I believe in
Park.
them.
They
Believe
keep
in 'em.
this up, OT is in the cards.
You know what? I think they're going all five of these rounds here. I believe.
You think they're gonna go to a map 4?
I think so.
What about a map 5?
I'm not
Ooh,
pushing my luck on
You're
that one.
pushing it. You're pushing it on 5.
I would love a map 5, that would be great.
A map 5
Yeah.
would be cool.
Go, Calibrate. You
Attackers need
mind
to
throwing a
locate
little
and
bit?
defuse bombs.
Do you want to throw a little bit for content? Throw for clout.
Throw for
Make it
clout.
close. Throw for clout. Jokes, of course. Wow.
You
Kidding.
calibrate this an extra
Kidding,
50 bucks.
kidding.
Is this a basement? No, this is a top floor hold eight. Would
Yeah,
assume with
it
the
is,
operator
it is.
selection.
I mean, Maestro
no,
could be brought
middle,
in basement. The
middle.
Bandit, middle. This is the first time we're seeing a site other than basement or top floor. I love this. They have the castle. I'm shocked they don't have. No, they do have more. Never mind. I'm blind. My bad. All right.
5 seconds to go.
Really solid.
Attackers must locate
Maybe
and
instead of
defuse
Vigil,
the
you bring
bomb.
Valk, but like other than that, it's great lineup. Especially for the site, you have the orcs roam basement, have broken on site, or you can roam top floor and just rotate around whenever it feels like it. But
I
the reason why you normally
suspect
would
we'll
have
see
the
someone playing elevator. Ooh. Dash pushing in from basement.
might go to those server stairs, try and cut anyone off who
Ooh, how did you know that? You're a psychic.
might go for a lot. It's possible. I wouldn't like it, but
There is a guy basement, so
Possible.
this Ash will have contention if he continues to go down this path.
oh, it's gonna take a gunfight here. Oh no. They decide to rotate around. The Ash is getting aggressive here, but the Orcs does rotate up the stairs, just dodging a bullet here against that Ash. Angle onto the door in between the sites.
An exchange between. Oh,
Reese comes out on top of that engage, but the Ash is able to get the trade, but now the Jackal gets one, but the just a
Ash
massive
is
trade
rushing into
party there.
sight. It gets him. He doesn't even care. Rushes straight into sight. Diffuser case is cold on the floor.
It's a 2v1 for the castle here. If we could spectate the castle's POV.
Okay, they now know that they can pick up the diffuser and dip. Oh, Ash throws her
Castle
body.
swinging
Ash,
on Ash does get the down and the
one-on-one.
finish. Now it's just a 1v1. The Castle can see and the
Drop the diffuser.
Super Shorty is out. Thank you, just swinging close. The shotgun might rain down, and it does get it down. He doesn't know it yet. The Fake Boost comes out now. He does. He is able to get the finish to confirm his team to match point. Is Calibrate taking round number 8, getting up
Yikes.
to round 6 for their
Turns out
round
they're
wins.
not. I don't think they're gonna win 7-5 anymore, as they
No,
can't.
you sure?
I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they do win 7-5. Actually.
Maybe they glitch the system and
Yeah,
win
maybe they
somehow.
time travel.
Yep, it's possible. Not really, but...
On a theoretical level, it is.
Now, if we're talking hypothetical... on God. What he
Cozy
said?
with a little bit of frustration
jokes.
on this, you know. It's unfortunate to watch, though.
Yeah.
It is unfortunate when you
need to
have that
locate and
2v1.
defuse
You
bombs.
know, case is cold, but you also
They
know
just
that you have
they
site
just weren't
control, and
aware
you can.
of the castle's position there.
Which
Once the
means it
Ash
could've-
died, then
I think they
you know.
could have went that extra step and droned.
Yeah.
He droned out the diffuser, but he didn't drone that extra step, unfortunately. At least, and if he did, that something happened there. But
It is map 3 in all fairness, it's map 3. They're probably tired. Yep, burnout. Real thing happens.
10
Maybe
seconds
that's
left
why
before
Penta in 2018 could get the reverse sweep on EG and not Newton. Because G2 played Empire 2019.
attackers are moving out to locate
You know.
a bomb and defuse it.
yeah, I think 24 rounds.
And then 22, I think, 12 times.
Oh. This could be the
Easy.
boost they
I'm
need.
assuming they're
Nice
not gonna call
shot.
it rehost. Technically, they could, because nothing really happened during prep phase at all. But prep phase did technically end, so maybe they can't. I don't know the rules. They cannot. I've been told by an official.
Oh, rushing through the door gets. Oh, he doesn't get slammed. He does get slammed. Sorry, my
Wow,
bad.
you would have said he got slammed. What do you mean?
About got slammed.
Anyway, Easton's able to
Nothing good.
drag that. Are using his aggression to his advantage. They're finally taking control of
Bomb
the
has been
initiative.
located.
Frostmat does get it down onto the Maverick. The Jackal does hop in though. He is able to get a kill, and now he will be able to get the res as well. Finka isn't going to be
no,
able
he
to stim
doesn't.
him out of the Frostmat. No, he gets taken out. Now it's just a 2-on-2. The Finka and the Twitch against the Fuse, or not the Fuse, the Mute and the Castle. Mute is able to get one. Now
That's
he
it.
does get the triple
GG.
kill, and the round is over.
That reminded
Nice
me of
shot from Shrimp to get that kill.
3-0.
Scoreline on your last map. Calibrate
That reminded me of a
Season
basketball
1
game a
sole
little bit, where
champions have
the
taken
tempo
all
was
3 maps.
decided right there on that round, and they just went for it, and they went a little too fast. They couldn't. They kind of tumbled down, I guess. But that's it. That's all it is. GG, I guess.
Your Season 1 Soul League champions have held supreme with a 7-3-7-2-7-2 scoreline on the 3 maps of Theme Park, Chalet, and Bank. Very great game.
Are
Appreciate
we
being able to
gonna
cast
try and
that.
get them in here?
You know, you want to play some ranked?
Not you just said that. How about we finish
Thank you.
we're back. So,
Hello.
was that 7-3?
So that happened.
7-2, 7-3? 7-3?
7-2.
7-3.
7-2. No, 7-2.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
yeah.
7-2.
Sorry.
7-3.
Don't
It was
look at
not
me,
a
I'm
3-1.
stupid.
3-2.
It's a
3-0
3-0.
Calibrate win. Very interesting.
Mm.
It looks like we are going to be able to get a interview.
Let's go.
Ooh. With who?
Interview.
Tech? With
Shrimp
Tech, or
alert.
is it the whole team?
I rolled over my toe.
Dang.
Ouch.
Alright.
Big pain.
The thing is, too, when you're watching a game, it's like, it's really easy to point out the mistakes that a team is making, whereas when you're playing in a game, it's very difficult
Hello,
to
our in-game
Yo.
adjust immediately.
Alright. So, how do you
Cliche
feel
question.
after winning
How does it
a
feel?
league championship?
It's pretty good. I mean, most of the guys are pretty used to competing at this level, if not higher. So we're pretty comfortable doing what we had to do to win this game. A lot of people had us doubted on. We saw just from people, hate or whatever it may be. So we were pumped to, prove them wrong and go in there and sweep the floor with them.
That's fair
Well,
enough.
So,
Congratulations. You had a very dominant performance between all
So,
the
Creaky, do
maps.
you have
You've only dropped 7 rounds.
That is true. Creaky, do you have a question you would like to ask?
sure. So after that 1v4 clutch by that Frost there, what was the
On the chalet,
what was the
you're talking
energy?
about?
On Chalet, yes. Yeah.
Are you referring to the one on bar? site?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Yep.
The
Yes.
Bar Frost Clutch.
Well, previous rounds we were doing pretty well on that side. I know I got them off guard in one of the previous rounds and kind of threw off their attack, but later on, we kind of dropped like flies pretty quickly, and they did well, attacking pretty aggressively and pushing out, especially our player on blue. And then we were just kind of hoping, hey, maybe we get someone in the frost mat and SP clutches up on the frost. I mean, we relied on him to mostly hold the back down those last defense as he anchored pretty much all the sites for us. But yeah, we were just thrilled. We were honestly kind of shocked that we saw that they didn't understand where the frost was at one point.
Yeah,
He
we
got a
were
good
too.
he got a good one-on-one pick off. He got a good one-on-one pick off, and then it went to a 1v3. He got another down pretty quickly. And then just as soon as he went to kitchen, they just looked away, and it was just kind of weird. We were like, I don't know. We just thought it was pretty stupid by them to just look away. I mean, we should just have someone look it off and hold it down, but it didn't happen, and we got the free round win.
That's a fair.
So,
Yeah.
what was the mindset behind the bar kitchen upstairs? Was it just because you had like the roam? Was like what was the mindset behind that on the map of Chalet, as far as that rotation, the bar kitchen?
Well, most of the
Master.
sites, especially those two sites, we play them pretty similarly. We kind of had the similar lineup throughout the board. Like we ran Lucy pretty much the whole time. We ran Frost, Mute quite a bit, and we ran the Azami a few times as well. But yeah, like making sure that we don't give up a part of the map too quickly was the primary focus. Like on Master, we let them we just spread out pretty much everywhere. We were holding Trophy, we were holding Master, we were holding downstairs near bar and games, doing all that. So anywhere they kind of popped their head in, we were trying to get a good pick and then move off. As for bar and Master, bar and kitchen, for those two sites, we just kept them simple. Most teams play it pretty basically what we do. We just make sure we try and waste enough time as we can, fall off, and go from there.
Alright. Well, Nova, Carson, Creek, you got any other questions?
A lot of Chalet questions.
Yeah.
I just wanna.
In my opinion, that was the most interesting map, but that's my.
I have a question on Bank. for your first half, how you guys took such a dominant lead to begin the map, winning 5 rounds consecutively. Do you think that had any impact on the maps
On the rest of the
prior?
game. I 100% think it was. Like, again, a lot of people were doubting us, especially at the team. They were pretty confident going in. A lot of people thought, like, because we were no named or not really known at all, which we really didn't care about, but still, people will respect us now from somewhat what we had coming into this. So, um, we did very well on map 1 and 2, and I think their confidence and everything just went down the drain, and we just kind of got a little bit more aggressive with our attacks. And they just started working out. There was a lot of thrown rounds, to be honest, on attack. Like one of those rounds, I think was almost the first round. We just kind of got lucky. I don't want to say lucky, but I want to say more about our players just did what they had to do to win those rounds. They were pretty outnumbered, pretty bad. Like I remember the first round we went down, brought the Osa, brought Therm. A lot of people went off the board quickly, and it was a 4v2 if I'm not mistaken, and we just somehow came out with it. Our guys did their jobs, got the frags, trying to get the plant down, and they just swung way too many times. So yeah, I think their confidence was just down, and they just kept trying to be more and more aggro to compensate with that, but it really didn't work out.
Okay, I have a question. A lot of people, y'all played the OSA on that server push a lot. I think, if I maybe correct.
Yes.
A lot of people instead of bringing like an OSA, they bring like a Monty instead. Was there like, is it a preferred role as like to bring the extra like more powerful gun because Monty doesn't have that, or is it like a strat thing, or like what's the kind of different like feel for the more of the OSA rather than the Monty?
Well, in server, it's quite a long line of sight. You can get sights all the way from, if you're really gifted enough to hit those shots, all the way from garage. If you get a lot of long sights with like 1.5 or 2.0 on that site. So we knew that in order to make it work, we had to establish our own long sights. That's why we started bringing the glass on those sites and smoking it off and picking them apart. SP was doing really well. Um, Getting those guys out of their positions, especially behind that bomb chassis where the shield was. With the glass. But yeah, it was just more of a comfort pick, and we were thinking about it at one point to bring the Montaigne, but we saw how much utility they were pouring in. So it's kind of a waiting game for most part during that time in that server. So it was kind of a waiting game. As soon as they check utility, you just waste time and stuff. So we thought the Montaigne pick wouldn't have been as influential in the round as those. So.
All right. All right. Does anyone else have any questions?
I have a
No.
comment.
Oh.
All right, Carson.
I just want to comment that y'all performed very well on all 3 maps,
Thank you.
and I'm quite impressed because there were some times that I did doubt y'all. I'm gonna be honest, but you did end up like with that Frost 1v5. I thought there's no way he wins this, but in the end, y'all played well, and it did pay off.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll let you go and go enjoy y'all's win with your team and enjoy that championship.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
guys.
Of course.
Right.
Have a
Have a
great
nice
day.
night. Bye-bye.
You too.
Did you say have a
Alright.
great day at 11:09 at
I
night?
said have a great rest of the. No, I didn't actually say anything about the day. I said have a great.
I did.
Not you.
Anyway, whatever.
I did.
I didn't say great day. Fuck you.
Creaky.
Anyway.
Creaky did.
Um,
That's why I'm asking.
All right. Well,
Fucking
you're still on
creepy,
the air,
bro.
okay?
Yeah,
Anyway,
I know.
that was Shrimp.
Leave me alone.
He was one of the players, and he did fairly well throughout the match. The whole team did really well. 7-3, 7-2, 7-2. Let's look at stats. Anyone want to pull up a
21-7.
calculator and figure this out on the fly?
No, I don't.
See, if I had one, I would, but
You have a
I
phone.
don't got one. I don't know what a phone is.
Well, great match.
No. That's a
Yeah,
lot of
overall.
fun.
A lot of lackluster attacks from NS led to a lot of issues trying to
Claw their way back.
exactly every time they get down and down and down on the attack rounds, they just can't come back. And that final map, they weren't unable to re-evaluate what was going on, and they just lost round after round
They kept
after
on
round after round, throwing it on the same bomb site over and over again.
They kept on showing up to the game a little too late. Like
Yeah,
Team
they
Purple
always
showed
showed
up,
up
at the
like
beginning,
halfway
but then
through
they
the
got figured
match.
out.
They show up like halfway through the map.
Like, if they
every
could
single
just work on that, it would be a lot better.
Now, they did win some rounds, and some of those rounds that they lost were like clutch scenarios, so that's not too bad, because you get, sometimes the clutch scenarios, they're just better. Sometimes you look at that, one of the Malusi rounds, or not one of the Malusi rounds, one of the other rounds in Chalet, they just were better in that scenario. Like, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you lose a clutch because you lose a clutch. It has nothing to do with you throwing the round. And sometimes that happens. But there was a lot of attacking blunders that led to issues with a lot of the teams, and yeah. So, all right. Well, we're gonna sign off for the night. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed our broadcast of this finals. Was hoping for a little bit more of a competitive game, but sometimes you can't get what you want. So, but for me, Krakey, Carson, Nova, and Pyro, thank you for watching.
Have a great night.
Have a great night.
There we go. We didn't say have a good day.
I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got, and then I probably went and it away. I ain't f***ing okay. I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk. I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways. I've been stuck in for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole damn week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family. From a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Oh my devil, when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's